Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome to the opening match of Euro 2024. Germany versus Scotland. The tournament is finally here. We've got the opening game. Host Germany facing a very exciting Scotland team, possibly the best ever Scotland team. It should be a really exciting game. Harry, I don't even need to ask this question, but since I do every stream, I'm going to keep tradition. Are you excited?
Absolutely buzzing. We have waited a very, very long time for this. It feels like it was ages away and suddenly we're here. It's happening. Euro 2024 is getting underway. The opening ceremony looks brilliant. It's going to be a very, very good night. What a 5 weeks we've got coming up for us. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I can't wait. I can't wait. As for the game of football, I think it's going to be a very, very good one. Two decent sides. Obviously, Germany hoping to really make a mark on home soil. But either way, it's going to be a really, really good game.
The problem with watching the opening ceremony on mute is that it's just a bunch of prats in polka dots.
Looks great.
Prancing around.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it sounds great with a bit of music, but that is what it is. But yeah, I'm really excited for this evening, of course. The Euro's starting, and a reminder, we are covering every single match. So, yeah, very groundbreaking stuff for the channel. Hopefully, you can join us for as many of those streams as possible. Nick Nack, good to see you already. Hopefully, that's a familiar face throughout the tournament, Nick Nack, in chat. Scotland will have their work cut out, he says, and wide for them. Hopefully, they can perform well and take that into the final group games, whatever the result. But yeah, good to see you, Nick Nack. Thank you for hopping in. Hopefully, we see a lot of people in chat. Hopefully, we see that throughout the tournament. But yeah, should be a really good evening. Should be a really good game. Shall we start with the lineups for both sides then?
Yeah, 100%.
Because obviously this is our first taste of Euro lineups, so we can start to get an idea of what the teams are going to look like, shape up as. Did we get it right in our previews? Well,
probably not.
Probably not, but you never know. Let's start then, of course, with hosts Germany. Julian Nagelsmann, the coach, and they line up, of course, in a 4-2-3-1. In goal, it's Manuel Neuer. No surprises there, Neuer, their starting goalkeeper. In the back four, Kimmich, Rudiger, Tah, and Mittelstedt. In the pivot, it's Robin Andrich and Toni Kroos. Across the midfield three, or the attacking three, Musiala, captain Ilkay Gundogan and Florian Wirtz, and leading the line, it's Kai Havertz. For anyone that's watched our preview, it's quite obvious how they're going to look in and out of possession today. They're going to be very narrow. That's quite indicative of a Nagelsmann team, a very narrow team. That's how the Red Bull model tends to work, and that's how Germany will look. Wirtz and Musiala very much demonstrate that. They are attacking midfielders. They're going to be set very narrow, aren't they?
Yeah, and I mean, overall, this is a very, very strong side. I really do think so. The ability and the talent, especially as you say in that front line, is dangerous. For Scotland, it's going to be tough because Germany, this is a big game. They're a very, very good side. Opening the tournament, they're going to want to, put down a marker. They're going to want to say, we're here to win it this year. And as a Scotland side who, aren't one of the strongest sides in football, it's going to be a very, very tough game to get anything out of. But there's 11 Warriors out there and they're going to give it a shot.
Yeah, let's have a look at that Scotland side. Now we know it's definitely going to be a 5-back. In front of that, it could look like a 5-4-1. It could also look like a 5-2-3. It could also look like a 5-3-1-1. 5-3-2 type thing. So we don't know exactly how it's going to look, but we do know that in goal it will be Angus Gunn. That is for certain. I don't think he's going to be anywhere else on the pitch. In the back three, Hendry, Porteous and Kieran Tierney. Across the four, Ralston, McTominay, McGregor and captain Andy Robertson. And then a front three of McGinn, Che Adams and Ryan Christie. Now again, it will look like more of a 5-4-1, I reckon, out of possession. Obviously, McGinn and Christie will have to drop in. The wing backs will drop deeper and they'll try and be as deep and as narrow and as compact as they possibly can be. But it does feel like, as Nick Nack said in chat, they've got their work out for them this evening.
Yeah, 100%. They're a good, they're a decent side. They have some decent players, and if they can turn up tonight, maybe Scott McTominay, John McGinn, could they stun the Germans tonight? But realistically, it is about a defensive performance. And I think Nick Nat put it quite well. No matter what happens tonight for Scotland, they'll understand that they're up against the host. They're up against a very, very good side. And for Scotland, a 2-0 loss tonight, they take that. But if I was them, I'd back themselves. They know Hungary and Switzerland will be tough, but they know they can get something out of those games. Tonight, I think for them, if you get something out of it, great. If you don't, all right. But go out there and give it a good shot. Push Germany all the way. Because if Scotland only lose 1-0 tonight, we'll sit here and go, they're a good side. They could do well at this tournament. For Scotland, It is about giving it their best. Pride tonight. The result isn't Obviously, a point would be phenomenal. A win, even better. But tonight is about setting themselves up in good stead for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be really interesting, isn't it? Because I think we could see that, obviously third place in the Euros does get them through. Scotland last tournament got 1 point in their draw against England. Other than that, they failed to make much of an impression. But I do think they're a better team now. And if they can, as you say, I think the fixtures is super favourable for them. Because if they can get away tonight without a drubbing, they play Switzerland next, who I think are the worst team in the group. I think it's closer than them as Scotland, but I think they're the worst team in the group. I think a lot of people will say it's Hungary because they don't know Hungary, but I think Hungary are quite a solid team. So that's a winnable game. That has to be a win, really, if they want to get through.
Yeah.
But if they win that, suddenly they're looking at a Hungary side who, you never know, might be qualified by that point. They might have beaten Germany, in which case a draw is feasible there. Even if they hadn't beaten Germany, a draw is still feasible there for them to go through. So I think there is a chance there. I think there is a chance there for Scotland. I think this fixture does favour them because they get that Germany game out of the way. Then they play Switzerland, who I could see getting absolutely hammered by Hungary tomorrow. I wouldn't be awfully surprised because I don't think they're going to score. I think Hungary are a dangerous team, so that should be interesting. I do think Scotland, they've got a decent group. They can definitely get out of it.
And I think, especially for the fans as well. I mean, by the sounds of it, incredible numbers have travelled to Germany, for Scotland. And they'll be expecting a good performance. Even if their team don't get through, they'll want to see their team turn up and give it a good shot against the big guns.
Well, I saw some mental statistics put out there. Something like 10% of Scottish people are in Munich.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Airport have been packed by men just, in their Scottish shirts and kilts. Yeah. Getting on, it's incredible. The support's phenomenal.
Yeah, and in completely unrelated news, Germany's alcohol industry has just tripled somehow.
Wow.
But, completely unrelated. Anyway, we are a few minutes from kickoff. Welcome everyone that's hopping in. Alex Sinclair says, hello everybody, come on Scotland, good to see you. Good to see you, Chelsea fan as well. Poll in chat, 9 votes so far, 78% think Germany will win, but 22% believe in Steve Clarke's Tartan Army. But yeah, and they do undoubtedly have the best song at the tournament. That's been going quite viral, hasn't it, doing the rounds. But yeah, it should be really interesting to see how tonight plays out. I think it's going to be a difficult game for Germany, to be honest. I think they are going to struggle to break down Scotland. So that should be really interesting.
I do think this is a big, because as you say, I think if it was Germany, Switzerland, Germany would roll them over. If it was Germany, Hungary, the game could probably go either way. But this is a different test. This is a side that everyone will pick Germany as the big, should easily win this. But it won't. I don't think it'll be that way. And this is a if Germany tonight go out and score 3 or 4 goals, then we have to sit here and go, wow, they're a bloody good team. But I don't see that happening. I think Scotland are a very difficult side, as you say, to break down, to score goals against. They don't concede easily. They don't allow shots, because if they did, they would concede, because Angus Gunn has butterfingers. But apart from that, they're a very good defensive side. And if you give McTominay or McGinn the ball within shooting range of the goal, you know they're going to have a pop, and you never know. That could be any goalkeeper.
Yeah, on the other side of the coin, of course, I think today is a huge test for Germany. I think this will really test their mettle as serious competition at the tournament. I think, a lot of people come into this with low expectations for Germany. Obviously, they're the hosts and they're still a huge nation, but they were disappointing in the last World Cup. They were disappointing in the last Euros. They were disappointing in the World Cup before that. Germany, a side who are usually steeped with such glory, have been awful for the last 3 tournaments. They've got to come in and make an impression tonight. If they go and win 4 or 5-0, suddenly everyone thinks they're going to win the Euros. You think back to when Italy beat Turkey on the opening night of Euro 2020, that set the tempo. That set the expectation. If Germany come in tonight and do a number on Scotland, suddenly we're talking about Germany in a completely different light. So it should be really interesting to see tonight's game. AJ, welcome to the stream as well, saying evening lads. We've got a few predictions coming in, so I feel like we should get into our predictions then. Harry, I will let you start as always. Germany, Scotland, how is it going to play out?
Do you know what? It's Euro 2024. Let's go for something a bit mental. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Why not, eh? Opening tournament. I think Scotland are going to give this a really, really good go. And the one way I think Scotland draw tonight is if they score early. Because if Germany give Scotland something to defend, they'll defend it like their lives depend on it. And that is what I think will happen. I will go Scott McTominay in the 7th minute. Absolute belter. 20-25 yards out. Going to find the top corner. Going to send everyone absolutely mental. Because everyone likes Scotland with the Euros. and they will then defend. They'll work hard. They'll give it everything they've got. But I think they will draw because it'll be a Florian Wirtz goal in the 68th. Because I've got Wirtz down as one of the players of the tournament, so I want him to score.
Yeah, fair enough. I could definitely see an early Scotland goal, really upsetting the apple cart. However, I can't look past this Germany side winning this evening. I also like the fact you're siding with the 0% of people in chat who think tonight's game will be a draw. But I am going to back the majority. I think Germany are a far superior team, and I think they will make that evident. It will be Germany 4, Scotland 0. I think once we get to the last 20, 30 minutes, once Scotland are starting to tire, and I think Germany will be 2 up by that point, I think the floodgates will open somewhat, and Germany will have a lot of chances. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how their kind of fluid attacking players work well together, because you've got Havertz who's going to drop in a little deeper, you've got Musiala and Wirtz who are going to come in a little narrow. There's going to be some really creative players all on top of each other. It's going to be really interesting to see how that works. But I feel like it might just, Julian Nagelsmann really instills that faith in me. So I'll say a 4-0 win for Germany. I will go for a Musiala goal, a Wirtz goal, a Fulkrug goal from the bench, and I'll go Sane from the bench as well. So 4-0 Germany win. But yeah, again, I could definitely see Scotland getting something from this evening. I'm not sure. I think you've got to side with Germany, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
You never know.
I mean,
football's an interesting game sometimes.
Who does predict a draw to open the Euros? But I've got to go for it. I think
probably not gone 0-0.
No matter what the result is, I think it'll be a good game.
Hopefully.
Even if Scotland win, that'd be phenomenal. Obviously Germany win, that's what we expect. If it's a draw, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Either way, we're not going to be tracked to a boring affair here, are we?
It's great to see the Scotland players belting out the national anthem. Because we're watching on mute, I quite like to imagine the fact they're singing the song, the viral song. That would be much better. But Word789 also saying in chat, I didn't like the dancing. So there we go. There's a bit of criticism for UEFA. Bin that off. Just stick with the trophy. I do quite like the display. I think they've that's quite a nice use of their emblem. But yeah, should be really interesting. Like 13 votes in the poll in chat, 77% backing Germany, 23% Scotland. It's going to be very interesting to see how tonight's game pans out.
I still can't get over the fact that Angus Gunn is a Euro starting goalkeeper.
Yeah, because he's not looked comfortable in the Championship this season.
No.
So that is, again, for me, another reason why Scotland might struggle this evening. But I was going to say,
look at it.
Nothing is deterring the fans. So Steve Clark doesn't look awfully excited.
It's like a wall of Scotland shirts and checkered skirts. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. Nice.
Brilliant. Yeah, I know how to rhyme. Even that will offend every Scottish person because I hate it when it's called a skirt. I went for the rhyme.
Sure. Alex Sinclair says, I want 2-0 Scotland, but I'm thinking a draw of some typical opening game. Everyone a bit nervy. Yeah, potentially. Should be interesting, though.
I think as much as Johnny want to make a statement tonight, there's pressure on. It is hard. It is hard to open a home tournament. I mean, we haven't, I think we spoke about this in our video, we haven't seen it in a few years. Obviously, at the World Cup, it was Qatar, Ecuador. Who cares? It was 2018. It was Russia.
Well, the last Euros obviously didn't really have a host. It was everyone to celebrate. 2018 was Russia. So the last time we saw it was 2016 when France hosted the Euros and got to the final. So there you go. Bodes well.
Exactly.
Italy hosted the last Euros, opened it up because they didn't really host it, but they started that first game. That was in Italy. They went on to win the tournament.
Maybe it'll have a factor. Who knows?
There you go. It's going to have a factor, isn't it? It's just whether it's a positive or negative one.
I love the Scottish fans in the German end. That's nervy.
Just unashamedly, isn't it? Yeah.
That'd get messy.
But yeah, Sharon says just need Havertz to get 2 goals or assists. Fair enough.
So what's everyone else gone for?
So we had a few predictions in chat. I'll try and scroll through them. Chelsea fan says 3-0 Germany. Sharon going 2-0 Germany. Knick-Knack backing that 3-0 Germany. Yeah, I think the favourite's got to be with Germany this evening. But you never know. Maybe Scotland will pull off an incredible feat.
It would be good, wouldn't it?
It would be great.
I mean, I know a lot of English fans would hate it, but from a neutral point of view, that would be a very, very good way to start a tournament.
Yeah.
Very exciting way, because it put a lot of pressure on Germany in their final 2 games, and Scotland would feel like they only really needed a point.
Well, yeah, especially because they play Hungary, obviously, on Wednesday, is it?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a difficult game. They'll hope to win tonight, and then suddenly the pressure's not quite as heightened for Hungary. I think that will be a tough game, but I guess we'll see. Gary, welcome to the stream as well. But yeah, if you haven't got your prediction in the live chat just yet, make sure to do so. We've got a few minutes, or a couple minutes till kick off, but not long.
Yeah, I can't believe we're here already. You know, when we were qualifying, it felt like it was ages away. Even at the start of this year, it felt strange, but we're here. We're opening the tournament.
We're even recording the previews 2-3 weeks ago now. Didn't feel as close as it is, but we are finally here at Euro 2024. And yeah, hopefully we can provide the best coverage we ever have.
I think it's big for us, it's big for England. There's a lot on this tournament. Hopefully it all goes well.
Guys, I think Scots have got a decent side this Euros. I think it's probably one of their strongest sides in history.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of many stronger. Maybe you'd look back at the 80s. But yeah, again, I'm not a massive expert.
Chris Boyd and Miller up front, they're incredible.
Well, you look at people like, is it Dennis Law? Was their striker in the 50s? You had Kenny Dalglish, obviously, I want to say 70s, 80s. So
problem is, as much
it's been a while.
He's got a decent side. Just looking at his German side again, he's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, the fact that Leroy Sané can't even get in the team tonight, Thomas Muller drops to the bench as well. It's indicative of the quality
I love
in
Dennis
this team.
Undabs there. But I'm loving all these players that I keep discovering at the tournament.
He will provide a really interesting threat if they need him. Obviously, Nicholas Fulkrug will be the preferred option from the bench you would expect, but you never know. He might be involved.
Probably is my question. Obviously, I know McTominay, McGinn, Christie, they'll come up with goals. I worry about Chavs' firepower. I think the back line could be tested.
I also think their midfield will be overrun. But Gilmore's been out for the last few weeks of the season. He hasn't played recently, so McGregor coming into the side for at least this game, that's a big miss for me. Because I don't think Billy Gilmore's world class, but I rate him really highly. And
would you not got Hanley today as well? Over
back three.
I don't mind Hendry, I don't mind Porteous, but you're looking for. I guess it looks. If you're looking for experience, Hanley's your man.
Maybe I think he's just more likely to score an own goal after 5 minutes.
That is a very good point.
So good, maybe a great idea.
Angus Gunn looked like a car crash for Norwich last season.
Exactly. So getting them as far away from each other as possible. But yeah, I think that's a very experienced German 11, except for Musiala and Wirtz. So we got Andrich, who's made 3 caps to the national side before coming in today. You've got Mittelstedt, who's not played an awful lot for the national side.
Who's running at a back two of Rudiger and Jonathan Tah? You've got a death sentence if you do that.
Yeah. You definitely don't go through the middle, you get crushed.
You get thumped by one or both.
Yeah. But here we go. Euro 2024 about to get underway. Clement Turpin, the man in the middle, will blow his whistle any moment now. Havertz knocks it back, and we're underway here in Munich. Germany versus Scotland, the opening match of Euro 2024. And it's a nervy start for Scotland as they can't clear the ball away, do eventually hook it clear. But is this, instantly, Scotland under a lot of pressure, Germany sending it long? Is this how this game's going to play out?
Yeah, definitely so. We've watched 20 seconds, Germany went long, and McGregor has just smashed it clear, which is exactly what I'd expect to see from both sides today. Germany putting the pressure on, and Scotland just leathering it up the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely so. It's quite interesting to see already Toni Kroos actually adopting a position we're quite familiar to seeing him in this season. At Real Madrid, he has often dropped into that back line. It's allowing Kimmich and Mittelstedt to get really high. And obviously with Andrich in there, you don't really fear a turnover if it does go wrong. Rudiger trying to play a ball over the top, and it has worked. Florian Wirtz in a really good position, tries to lift it over Gunn, who gets out to it quickly.
Yeah, good
Fantastic goalkeeping.
What a ball from Tony Rudiger. Flipping over, still finds the pinpoint pass. Wirtz was on offside, so maybe he wasn't.
It was tight with Hendry there.
I didn't actually see what the verdict was. Could have squared. No, maybe didn't. No, good, very good goalkeeping. I couldn't tell whether the flag went up there. The camera shot away too quickly. But Scotland in trouble already. A really good save with the head of Angus Gunn.
Hit him in the face.
Didn't know anything else. Didn't know any better. But yeah, very good ball that was from Rudiger, but it was given offside. But yeah, that's good. But Angus Gunn was happy with that. Even though it was offside, the first few minutes, he's got a big save in there. Yeah,
well, again, Germany are coming forwards quickly here. Musiala, Wirtz. And this is the fluidity I'm talking about. Musiala and Wirtz now exchanging positions as Musiala comes onto this left-hand side. He looks to take on the fullback, but that's really good defending in there. But then the clearance is blocked. It feels already Scotland are under it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very intense. They look like a side who've never played football before. Porteous there, he did well to get back.
They're going to be nervous the first 5 minutes.
He don't want to get back in there because I don't really know what he was doing in the first place. But yeah, they just need to settle. Just need to settle. But Germany, I mean, if Germany want to take advantage while they're on top.
Yeah. I do fear Porteous keeps getting dragged out of position, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like he saw the run of, he was touch tight with Musiala, but suddenly got dragged into a really wide area. Hendry came into the middle to cover him, but if Hendry can't get back in there, Ralston, I think.
Oh yeah. Chrissy's up front, isn't he? With
Left
John
wing.
McGinn and Adams.
Left wing is going to look more like left midfield, I think.
Oh yeah, they're going to drop in ridiculously.
Because Ryan Porteous are fantastic at throws or something, because they keep getting him over to this right hand side.
McGinn slipping over and still in there. What's happened to the surface? That's the second player slipped over. John McGinn there being a bit too forceful, and his face is bemused, but it is a free kick.
Turpin's less than impressed.
Yeah, I would say. Here we go. Yeah, just leans into him a bit too much. Probably get away with that in the not in the Premier League, but
Again, Mittelstedt's positioning is quite weird because he seems to be really low to the ground there. That's come off Musiala there. Good defending from Tierney.
Yeah, and look at that, the roar. They've won a goal kick, and Tierney and Robbo are roaring at each other. But it's really good defending. That's what Scotland have got to bring today. That passion, that fight.
Yeah,
and that's where they do have experience. That's what they can use to their advantage.
Shari says, by the way, I'm not the only one having Croatia as Euro winners. If you saw the community post, so now you may need 3 apology letters.
No, we're only apologising if they win.
But also, Shari, the other people that commented were all Croatians, so they might be a slight bit biased.
Someone's like Georgia as well, so
yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not the right one to let Georgia win it.
A letter of commendation, I think, instead.
Well done, you.
Yeah, Gary says Germany will have the momentum in the first half. Scotland will need to ride out the pressure. The problem is with the volume of chances Germany are going to create, it does feel like they're just going to overwhelm Scotland at this rate.
But who knows? The Scottish could surprise us. That 5-4-1 is definitely. But what it's looking like is it does look to stay compact. You have your back 5, and it looks like you're playing with 4 central midfielders.
Well, that's pretty much what it's going to look like.
You've got McGinn's.
They are traditional midfielders.
But again, long ball though isn't going to work. Che Adams is not going to beat Rudiger in the air, and he's not going to beat Jonathan Tah.
Not particularly. He's not ever going to. Neither going to hold it up particularly well. But Rudiger coming across well there. He thinks he's won a throw, but he hasn't.
He can put his fingers in the air as much as he wants, but it's not going to make a difference. And a Scottish throw. That's what they need. Even if they're not going to score from this, they just need to get up the pitch and keep it away from their goal.
Yeah.
That'll be the main concern. And Steve Clarke will get the champagne out in that changing room if this is 0-0 at full time. That'd be a crack. He probably wouldn't, but figuratively speaking, he'd be absolutely buzzing. And again, the long throws are really going to come into effect tonight, unless they throw them straight at Tony Rudiger.
Andrich, Wirtz heads it down to Kroos, who now finds Mittelstedt. It's a nice ball down the line. Florian Wirtz, that's good defending though from Hendry. Uses his body really well just to muscle Wirtz off the ball.
Again, experience paying off.
You get that wrong and Wirtz is in.
Oh yeah, or you're off.
Exactly.
2 questions. Two. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Either way, the night becomes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Here comes Scotland. Robertson down the line. That's over here. Christie will not get there. But yeah, it's nice for Germany as well because it feels like they're sort of crowning off a generation. Players like Manuel Neuer, World Cup winners like Manuel Neuer, like Toni Kroos, like Thomas Müller, all going out on a home tournament. It's a shame Mats Hummels wasn't involved for this tournament, but yeah, it's nice to see. I think quite fitting. Tah, and also bleeding in the new generation. They've got a really exciting crop of players coming through.
Equally, I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Tah and co are here in 2028.
Well, Tah will be. Tah's 30, I think.
Is he? I've always assumed that he has just lived his whole life at 32. Hasn't got older, hasn't got younger.
He's 28, so not even 30.
He's
been around for ages, hasn't he? Yeah. Came through quite young because he's very tall. Always has been very tall, very physical. So
he's got that leadership on him.
Mitch thinks he's been fouled there. Turpin doesn't.
Yeah, Christie gets away with that. That looked clumsy.
But it didn't look cynical or aggressive, so I can see why that's not been given there. Gross.
Yeah, another slip. What have they got? I mean, that's ranked. Is it ranked? I don't know if it's ranked in Germany.
I was going to say, because it's ranked in the UK doesn't mean it's necessarily ranked in Germany. Maybe the Scots are taking the weather with them.
Or they put water on the pitch beforehand. It's good from
Here is
Germany.
Joshua Kimmich. Andrich on the edge, and he can't get under control, and Scotland will look to spring on the counter here. Immediately that ball goes out to Ralston. A lot of pressure from Wirtz, and he wins that throw in. He tries to play it quickly. They think it's hit the hand of Havertz. There's a couple of protests from the Scotland defenders, but nothing comes of it.
But again, you can do it like Germany, not always playing throws quickly, not allowing Scotland to settle. That's a good
Ball in.
ball.
Havertz tries to head it down to someone. Cleared away by McTominay.
But again, that clearance not even getting the ball out of Scotland's half. You know, it's being stopped on the edge. You know, on the edge of the centre circle by Tar. Germany keeping Scotland not even in their camping their own half, camping their own final third.
Ball in, and it's headed away. And out now for a Germany throw.
Yeah, again, I mean, look, it is lit just 2 rows of 4. Sorry, 1 row of 5, 1 row of 4, and Che Adams. Got to do a lot of running tonight with Adams.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done well. We're 8 minutes through. My prediction's already wrong. But
Well, McTominay's playing a much deeper role tonight than I think a lot of us expected. Obviously, 6 goals in qualifying, was it? Really strong return. He'd have been hoping to take that form into this tournament, but he is playing a bit of a deeper role. Obviously, with Gilmore out the side.
I think you have to do that when you got because
Under pressure there.
Let's be honest, McTominay is probably better defensively than a lot of other midfielders.
It's up for debate.
Yeah.
I've watched both Man United.
No, for Scotland.
Joshua Kimmich playing... Yeah, no, that's what I'm debating. Havertz. Kimmich. Back to Havertz. Wirtz, Havertz, Kimmich, Andrich. Trying to move the ball around now. Tar. Kroos. Havertz tries to flick around the corner. Doesn't quite come off.
Really nice football though. Now Tar under pressure from that.
The problem is it's very... I think this is why a lot of people don't particularly take to Julian Nagelsmann. It's because it's not very penetrative. We're noticing already Germany have had all of the possession and they're moving it around Scotland really nicely, but they've not had any shots yet. So that could be about to change here. Florian Wirtz lines up. Huge stop. No, it's in. It comes on the post. Wirtz opens the scoring here for Germany. It's taken 10 minutes. But now we have a breakthrough here at Euro 2024. Germany 1, Scotland 0. Florian Wirtz. It was struck with such power that despite Gunn seemingly saving it, it hits against the post and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, and Scotland here, I think just got caught too deep. You know, all the Scottish players dropped back into the penalty area, expecting the ball to be whipped in, but when it was cut back by Kimmich to the edge of the area, and it falls to a player like Florian Wirtz, he is going to find the target. And again, though, we question the quality. Angus Gunn.
Really well struck, though.
Oh, I've always believed you get a hand to it, you've got to save it. And he should save that. He should save that. It's not even in the corner. You know, that's a nice save. That should be a nice save. Tips onto the inside of the post. It goes in. Big goal, though.
Nagelsmann won't mind. Very animated on the sideline there.
Germany deserve it. They put the pressure on. They've got the rewards. But Scotland will be frustrated. That's the way they've conceded. Yeah, a man left alone on the edge of the area and then a shot that could have been realistically saved. But here they are, coming back with a fight, potentially. Tierney's run himself ragged there. Good ball.
Ball inside. They look to come forwards, but it's Rudiger that steps onto him well.
Well, we said there'd be an early goal, and I said that Florian Wirtz would score, so I'm going to put both together and take that.
Yeah.
Huge moment.
Nick now says Gunn should be saving that. Wasn't close to the corner, as Harry said. Yeah.
I see. If Wirtz finds the bottom corner, and that's a poor distribution, and Germany there. Oh no, they're getting away with one there. I feel Scotland, and now something for Steve Clark to think about, because you can't sit back and defend a 1-0 loss. Obviously, they're going to play defensive, but what I mean is you can't sit here and play for the 1-0 loss because you're not going to get anywhere.
No, again though, I think he would take it. Obviously, they'd love to get a result this evening, but that's showing it's just not.
Oh yeah.
reasonable, I don't think.
You never know. There's plenty of time in this game.
Of course.
Anything can happen.
I'm not going to rule them out after 10 minutes, but Germany are incredibly good.
Yeah.
Scotland barely touched the ball yet. Yeah. Luca onto the stream as well, saying hi. Good to see you, Luca. But yeah. I mean,
that's the thing. But now Germany got that goal, they're going to get
77% possession for Germany. They've had one shot, one goal.
That's the thing. Obviously, people will say no, but in tournament football...
Here's Havertz up against Hendry, holds it up really well.
Oh, he's got to be careful with his hands on in there.
Slightly dubious. Tierney finds McTominay. He's going to try and take on Andrich here, but the Bayer Leverkusen midfielder has the measure of him. Now Germany can settle back into their shape.
Obviously, Germany... Oh, I was going to say something now. But with tournament football, even if Nagelsmann isn't the most... the football isn't the most penetrative... you know what I'm trying to say?
Penetrative.
Yeah. In tournament football, if you stop your opponent from having the ball, they can't knock you out because they can't score.
Yeah, but when it comes to playing the bigger teams, that's going to be the test. Because if Germany can't get shots away, can't create clear-cut opportunities against someone like France, they will get punished. Because France will create something of their own eventually. Even if it's just about picking up the ball, making something happen by himself.
It will smash it in the top corner.
But exactly.
There was a bit of afters there as well between...
Andrich and Christie, I think it was.
Yeah. Let's put it back for a foul. Not sure what happened there. I think it was just a stray arm. Once the ball had gone, I think it was just a stray arm. Nothing cynical. Nothing dirty. Just think caught him. Yeah, Christie plays the ball across. Oh, no, that is cynical and dirty. Christie carries on running and Andrich decides just to stand in front of him and shoulder him.
Yeah.
Which was nice. Yeah. Turpin seeing that, which is good because I don't like when players do that. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, Nick Nack asking if Che hasn't touched the ball yet. He has 5 touches, to be fair. So he has got on the ball a little bit.
Did they take kickoff?
That's 5 touches isn't bad. Lukaku had 9, I think, in 90 minutes.
No, it's not bad. I'm just trying to think when.
Well, he has held the ball up a few times.
Yeah, I suppose. If he hasn't held it, he's got a touch on it, isn't he? Even if that's ran onto Rudiger or something. Yeah, the main thing for Scotland now is to not concede again.
Yeah, true.
Get next 5-10 minutes, just don't concede. Because as soon as you go 2-0 down inside 20 minutes, you're bang in trouble. But they were disappointed that it only took 11 minutes. They knew they were in big trouble tonight, but they wanted to hold on for longer.
Yeah, ball goes down the line. Adams tries to hold it up. Tierney can't hold on to it as Rudiger steps in well. Here is Tony Kroos. Musiala. Now Rudiger. Good start for Germany, says Chelsea fan. Well, perfect start, really. I mean, they'll be hoping to compound their strong start with another goal soon, but yeah, couldn't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah.
I
feel like Tottenham are only a couple players away from being a very, very decent nation.
Scotland?
Yeah. I think, maybe a top quality centre half. Obviously, I know they can't buy them, but or just magic one up. But a very decent centre half, maybe a better forward as well would probably give them enough, to be honest, to better challenge a lot of teams. But as I said, it's international football. You can't just find a better striker. They have to be Scottish.
Very true. Well, I mean, obviously, there's things you can do with trying to look at which players you can get to declare for Scotland.
Yeah.
There were a few talks with a few different players, obviously. There are going to be players out there that aren't going to get in England.
Yeah.
Call up, so that's definitely worth exploring. I know they're looking at Ollie Watkins, I think, before he obviously played for England.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Decent start to this game.
Yeah. Ball back now with Tierney.
That's what you want from a Euros opener. A decent game, bit of competition, bit of fight, an early goal. Hopefully it's going to build on that.
Yeah. And again, Adams getting the touch in there. The ball lifted into him and he just can't control it. Wirtz tries to flick it on and pass the player there, but can't. It falls again for Germany, and they'll try and rework it. Gundogan. Now Joshua Kimmich. Andrich. Tar. Rudiger. Knocks it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Neuer. Yeah, Wi-Fi doing really well this evening, of course. We've had no issues for months. The Euros shows up and we're watching blurs run around a screen. Now we have some quality though. Kroos. Andrich. Tar. And again, Germany are going to operate. It's going to be a very high possession system. Scotland are going to see very little of the ball.
They can do that now. Germany can knock the ball around for the next 73 minutes and they'll win this game. They know that. They're in no rush now. Yeah, they'll want to find a couple more.
They'll want to get another soon. And now Wirtz is in. Gunn comes out and smashes it in the air.
Yeah, good goal kicking.
Joshua Kimmich fighting for it, but Christie sees it out of play.
It was a long way out of the penalty area.
Yeah, now they look to come forward themselves. Adams. No, they do lose it in midfield, and now Germany will settle back into possession. Rudiger.
Yeah. Slightly complicating it there, Adams. Try to flick it back over his head.
Here's Tony Kroos.
170 passes
Gundogan.
In 18
This is a promising move. Ball slid through. Kai Havertz. Chance not on for him. Cuts it back. Musiala opens up his body. Chance for a shot, and it's there. Germany 2, Scotland 0. It's a lovely, well-executed passing move. Havertz realised the shot wasn't on, cut it back for Musiala, who was composed and slotted it home. Well, smashed it home, really. And well, Scotland fans heading their hands because we're less than 20 minutes into this game and it's Germany 2, Scotland 0. Both Musiala and Wirtz, we hailed them as the players, the difference makers for Germany heading into this tournament, and they've delivered on that promise early on here. Really good start. They're linking up so well, that front three. And well, incredible stuff for Germany. This is brilliant from Gundogan. Just slides it through the lines into Havertz. Havertz, unfortunately, unable to get that shot away, but he does find Musiala. And this is a really well-taken finish.
Yeah, I mean, created by the experience, finished off by the up-and-coming. I mean, for Scotland, I mean, Germany, superb. They've been absolutely brilliant. First 20 minutes, you cannot fault them. 2 brilliant goals. I mean, Steve Clark points to his head because it is about that for Scotland, about mentality, about calming down. Because I think with that goal, and sometimes in football, you just have to hold your hands up and say that they're the better side. There's not much Scotland could have done to prevent this goal. It was superb from Gundogan. It was a ridiculous pass through the lines to Havertz.
Yeah, but how does that ball get through like that? There's so many bodies in there, and the ball just
class. You can't stop class sometimes. And then the Musiala, the drop of the shoulder to McGregor, that's just a difference in quality. Musiala is a much better player than, McGregor isn't going to expect that. For Scotland, sometimes you've got to admit that they're the better side.
I think Germany are really laying a marker here. Setting some foundations to build this tournament off of.
I mean, they're conceding a goal every 10 minutes at this rate. We might be sat here and it's going to be 9-0.
Well, Gary says it's going to be 7-1, a repeat of the Germany-Brazil game. Harry, welcome to the stream as well. Get in both goal scorers in my fantasy. That's what you love to see. I've got Wirtz in my fantasy. We do have a fantasy league, by the way, but it's a little late now to join it. You're still welcome to, because not many people did. I didn't really prefer, wasn't very proactive with getting the code out there. But, yeah. We'll keep tabs on everyone as well, anyway. But, yeah. Here is Kimmich. And that ball goes in behind. Chance for Havertz, but Gunn comes out and knocks it out of play quickly.
I think Germany have worked out how they're going to score goals tonight because that ball is getting in behind. We've had 3 now.
Yeah.
2 have been cleared by Angus Gunn and 1 led to the goal. So Scotland have got to find a way to prevent this ball getting through the lines.
I mean, Germany, they need to have a look at themselves in the mirror because they have dropped their possession stats. It's now only 73% of the ball.
That is shocking.
Got to be better than that. But,
Scotland, can they find a better in this game?
But yeah, Germany, 2 shots, 2 goals. It's just frustrating, I think, for Scotland.
Exactly. And that is just comes down to quality.
Insanely clinical.
Germany have got the players, which means they will take any chance they've got.
Well, also the fact that, they're creating high-quality chances because Scotland are allowing them to, and when they do create a chance, Angus Gunn is in the net.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah. Nina says Havertz was clever there. Most strikers in this position would have tried to shoot, and the chance probably would have gone.
Yeah.
True that.
Again, but I guess that comes from not being at. He's that's what Germany get. He's got the finishing ability of an out number 9, but he's got the mental ability and the technicals of what I'd say probably as I said, we know more of an attacking midfielder, which do give you a really nice combo. I think,
but he's got that height and he imposes himself as a striker exactly to be able to play that role, despite having. But it's then very helpful. He's very technical. He's also a good finisher, as we've seen.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel for Scotland and I feel for Steve Clarke, because when you sit on that bench as the coach, turns and go, what do we do? We're 2-0 down to Germany inside 20 minutes. What do we do? And the response is that they can't. When you are the inferior side, when you limit the opposition to 2 shots and they take both of them, when you prevent them getting into your penalty area as often as possible, there's not much more you can do when Germany are playing so well.
Yeah, Chelsea fans, let's keep hitting that like button, people. Please do, of course, subscribe if you're new. And, of course, share the stream out as much as possible. Massively, massively helps us out. Ball in now from Tierney, but it's dealt with by Jonathan Tah, if perhaps a little unconventionally. There's a foul in there from McGregor.
And this is the problem start for Scotland, because McGregor and players are going to start putting tackles in like that. And then you start to pick up cards, and when you pick up cards in tournament football, it costs you later down the line.
I'll be stunned if McGregor doesn't get a yellow tonight, based on that being his 23rd minute challenge.
I'd have put a lot of money on McGregor, McTominay, or McGinn getting booked tonight.
And all 3, you're making a lot.
Oh, rolling in it. But yeah. And the thing is, for Germany, they're playing well, but they all seem to be enjoying themselves. They're having fun out there. They really are.
Here's Mittelstedt.
Terrible tackle.
Yeah, it's half-assed ready from Ralston. Musiala trying to fashion a shot. It's clumsy in there, and Germany want a penalty, and it's given. Turpin takes a moment to consider it. It was clumsy from Scotland. I can completely understand it, though.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Scotland haven't done much wrong so far tonight, and but now, because they've gone 2-0 down, the problems are starting to creep in.
The question mark will be whether it's in the box, but Christie's coming.
The problem is
clumsily behind him, isn't he?
Tierney and it's just messy. It's really messy. You can't afford to do that.
Christie trips him up there. Musiala sort of gets stood on by Tierney as well.
Might be given a free kick. The initial contact's at the box, but the contact continues inside the penalty area. VAR also going to have a look at it. Turn around and chat with both captains, as obviously per the new rule.
To be fair, it looked like Musiala got actually stood on Tierney rather than the other way round, I think, watching those replays.
It's the same what Christie was doing.
Christie definitely tripped him up, but I think that would be counted as outside the box, but I guess we will see.
Yeah.
Because there is the contact, but Christie's outside the box. Musiala is in the box, though.
There, you could argue.
That's the big question mark.
I think it's so clumsy.
I think it's going to be a free kick, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's clumsy, but I don't think you can give a penalty for that.
I can see it would be given either way. I can see why Turpin's given a penalty, because obviously then they can, it looks like a penalty.
Musiala definitely stood on Tierney's foot, but Christie definitely fouled Musiala.
All 3 players end up in the penalty area.
Yeah.
But I mean, for Scotland, this would be absolutely terrible.
Turpin's reached a decision, and it's a free kick, I think.
Yeah, we'll be getting a free kick.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. And again, there's a lot of.
There you go, do all the graphics.
Yeah, there's a lot of new rulings, obviously, isn't it? There that around VAR and the whole referees things this tournament. Also, we've got a thing that players can't go talk to the referee, and if they do, they're going to get booked immediately. Only captains can talk to the officials, and the new VAR explanations are going to be much more in depth and clear, which is very good to see. Again, VAR getting it right in other countries. Wish they could bring that to England, eh? But 18 metres away.
This is a nice distance, isn't it? It's a bit difficult to get up and over, but
if I've watched Angus Gunn, I'd put it on target.
If you can just drill this, though.
I think I wouldn't want to. Tony Cruz is a bit too elegant, I think, for this one. You want someone who's just going to leather it towards that top left.
I don't want Gundogan to go low and hard.
Yeah. Havertz is over it. Gundogan's over it. Kimmich's just stood there. I think he just wants a chat.
I don't think you get this up and then down again.
Let off to Musiala, saying that every single Scottish player is in the wall. Now that, to me, seems like a little bit of an oversight on Scotland's part. There's 8 players in the wall.
Why don't they shift this to Musiala?
8 players in the wall, John McGinn lying down, and they've got one man who is responsible for watching any runners.
And it's driven by Havertz, but it's into the gloves of Angus Gunn. They did try and drive it low and hard. Scotland put up one hell of a wall, but
the 8-man
just about
Scottish
dealt with
wall.
it.
Yeah,
it's so clumsy from Christie.
He's lucky. He's a lucky boy. But it's the right decision. Yeah, and I don't think Jerry did much wrong here. They got the shot on target. They got it through the 8-man wall.
Yeah, the sting was taken off it there by the boot of Tierney, I think.
One
it was.
of the blokes who just stood there. Yeah, that's a lifeline for Scots. Again, that's the first error they've made, and they've got away with it. Now they can't, got to shore up again.
Ball goes long here, but Germany, no real intended target. Perhaps hoping Gunn will make the mistake on his own, but he doesn't.
That's the first time in the game where everyone apart from Angus Gunn has been in the German half.
Positive signs for Scotland.
Maybe
is the comeback on?
Turning point in this game.
They're finally going to wake up when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Niall was going to be very, very happy with what he's seen. It can be tough to adjust from club football to international football, but his philosophy seem to be rubbing off very quickly on this German squad, probably because half of them either played with him or played against him.
McTominay losing possession in there. Now Musiala. Lovely little dribble there. And now he's taking players on. That looked like a foul and it will be pulled back as such.
Ridiculous quality. McGregor again. He's got to be careful because he's going to find himself in some trouble. McTominay led initially. Yeah. Robertson came flying in and Musiala just skipped past him.
It was here, I think, when Tierney steps in.
And then McGregor comes across and just absolutely platters into him.
Kroos slipping over again, but making a perfect pass. Kimmich. Ball towards Gundogan in the box now. Can he look for a cutback?
See, that was good defending because that had Hendry lamping into the back of him written all over it.
Rudiger. Kimmich. Rudiger again. Joshua Kimmich. Gundogan across now to Tony Kroos. Half an hour gone here. Do you think Germany are making a statement? Are they real contenders for this tournament?
100%, because if they come out tonight with a 3 or 4-0 win, putting every shot away, and with a 70% ball possession, that says to every other team in the tournament that Christ alive, they're bloody good.
Yeah.
Especially when you watch the game and you realise that Scotland have done pretty well.
Relatively, yeah. I don't think you can describe any team that's barely touched the ball. Barely got out of their own penalty area.
Under the circumstances, they've done well.
Hell of a tackle from that. Looked good though from Andrich, to be fair.
From Andrich, and Germany suggests
it's a yellow.
Good. But... McGregor's asking them to go to VAR. Don't know what he's on about. He's talking about because he should be booked for that. Come on, Turpin.
It's no worse than McGregor's. He won the ball.
It's nothing.
Nothing. The problem is it's his body shape. It looks like a foul. He wins that ball cleanly.
He catched it. No, he does catch McTominay on the follow through. You can't fly in like that. The thing is just. I think the yellow is just because he's been caught a cropper of the next one's a yellow. But he gets the ball, but you can't caught the man afterwards. Don't know what's going on here. Scotland moving some things around. But yeah, weathering the storm though. Scotland conceded 2 inside 19 minutes and haven't conceded in the next 11. Yes, they did nearly go a penalty, but we forget about that part. But yeah, 15 to play. If Scotland can get to half-time 2-0 down, that's a very solid 15 minutes. Because Germany looked in ridiculous form.
Yeah, Nick Nack's saying, no, it's Scotland, let's not get carried away. Perfect opening game for them. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I still think it shows their quality, though. I know it's Scotland, but they are absolutely pulling them apart.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz. Lovely lifted ball in. Havertz tries to get a touch on. Musiala gets a shot away and it's in the back of the net, but there is a foul in there.
Yeah, it's flicked on
hit
by
the arm of Havertz.
Yeah. Well, an interesting one.
VAR will have a look, but yes. Yeah. Oh.
I think the whistle had already gone, though, is the problem. Yeah, the whistle had already gone. So, couldn't know much about that. But I think it was the right decision. And now
You won't blow the whistle. You got to wait.
Well, Turpin, he's sure of himself, mate. he don't ref scared.
No, fair enough.
Angus Gunn, then he's had an interesting afternoon so far. Could have done much about the second. Could have done a lot more about the first.
So Gunn sends it long.
Hell of a kick.
Yeah, and that gets him right in. Unfortunately, nobody for Germany reacts and Rudiger can head it home.
Yeah.
Chadens was lost and Christie decided just to lamp into someone.
That is the most Christy thing I've ever heard. Do I want the ball or should I lamp into somebody to quality?
Rudiger lifts that in behind. And that is a bit of a it looked like Gunn was going to get caught in two minds there because it was just on the edge of his box. I thought Havertz might get there, but...
Or that looked like Gunn was going to punch out those area and see red.
Yeah. Perfect start to the tournament for Germany.
Yeah.
Good start for Germany.
It's got the back goalkeeper.
Does it get worse or better? That's the question mark.
Yeah.
They've got Liam Kelly of Motherwell and Xander Clark of Hearts.
Yeah, so it gets worse.
Somehow.
Very quickly.
Andrich. I'm not too sure on either of the goalkeepers. I don't watch this.
I think the only frustration for Germany will be that their defensive midfielder has already picked up a yellow card in the first 23 minutes of the tournament.
Yeah, that like a foul in there, and it has been given as such.
Was Christie, and he has some complaints, which should probably be met with a yellow card, but they won't be.
Yeah.
Germany, though, enjoying themselves in the first 33.
I mean, yeah, speaking about Andrich there, that was one of the more contentious inclusions in the starting squad. I understand it because he offers you a lot of defensive stability, but a lot of people would have had Gundogan in the pivot, and then you can bring in Leroy Sané. But
is it two yellows in the group stage, then you get a ban? Just you said if you pick out a yellow, I think if you pick up two,
I'm not sure, to be honest.
If you pick up one in each of the first two games, I think you miss the third group game.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Billy, welcome to the stream, saying McCoist goes on like he's a world beater. I do like Ali McCoist, though. I know he can be a bit over the top at times.
And I get that, but especially when he's watching Scotland.
Yeah.
Because obviously the problem is, he unlike some pundits who sit there and act so like, not most, but every pundit's that's probably, it's his bias. And when you get, it's not, but he just gets excited because he's a fan. He's a Scotland fan. He gets excited. So it's like when listen to Carragher and Neville talk about Liverpool and United.
Yeah. Well, it's true for anyone talking about any football game. You'll watch us on stream on Sunday night, and we will be chanting about Gareth Southgate. Oh
yeah, of course. But if I was on ITV, though, I wouldn't sit there and chant on Gareth Southgate. I might.
Rio would. Guy says, he's got a bit of that about him, can be a bit much at times. Archie, welcome to the stream, saying Cruz should have been on that free kick. That's an interesting one. I think they did the best that they could with it. Cruz wouldn't have been able to get it up and down again. From that sort of distance, it's just too close.
I think on Tony Rudiger.
Just leather as hard as you can.
Did he not take some free kicks for Chelsea?
Well,
he's down Lewis style.
Yeah, exactly. You have to smash it. If you hit it hard enough, Gunn's not saving it, or it hits one of the Scotland players in the head. They're the options, aren't they?
That wouldn't cause a problem. They'd just walk on like nothing happened.
Yeah. Nina says, I like him, but he can be a bit annoying. Archie says, tell Harry I'm better at darts than him. There we go. Again, not difficult.
All right. Bit rich.
Don't think it is. Ball on from Scotland, but that is going to go through to Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, I feel like, but I feel like there's a lot of people like McCoist. They're great, but after a while they can just like, okay, mate.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he could talk for England. Like, I could sit in an hour.
He definitely suits talk sport, doesn't he?
Oh, 100%. Because you do just talk on there.
Where everyone's dad absolutely loves him.
Yeah.
Because he's passionate, he loves the game, but he can get
talks like, back in how they would.
Yeah. Back in my day.
Yeah.
But yeah. 10 minutes left of this first half. Are Scotland going to be happy going in at 2-0? I mean, they're not happy, but I think it'll be relatively
I think
okay with that scoreline.
under the circumstances, yes, they'll be happy because saying that they conceded the second one in the 19th minute, if they get to half-time 2-0 down, it means they would have gone a good 25 minutes without conceding. And the rate they were, compared to the rate they were conceding, that would be good. And they'll be hoping to cut in the second half and try something. And drawing, if that's what Traham's got to do, draws a free kick there from Jonathan Tah. And gives Tottenham a chance here. They'll lump it into the box and see what happens.
You keep calling them Tottenham tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Scotland?
Yeah. That's at least the third time you've said it now.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But yeah. Similar results, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's saying Scotland are crap at football. They are, and the fact is, this is probably one of their stronger teams.
What's John McGinn doing, by the way?
I'm not exactly sure.
He got a deep free kick and just stood on the goal line.
Ball in, Porteous will try and head it down, and
That's
well
why they
left by Kroos, because here will come Germany. Gundogan lifting it for Wirtz to run onto. Hendry's under pressure here from Florian Wirtz. But they will get it back to Guns, just about. It's a bit nervy. But it's worked out. Tah heads it down.
That looked like they had, I'll leave it to you, you leave it to, kind of written all over it.
Yeah. Rudiger, that was a little bit hands-on with Christian. He's again there.
When a Rudiger have not been he's always hands-on.
I know, but that looked a little dubious.
Defend.
Yeah.
I've never seen him with his hands off.
I just said next goal could decide the game. I think the last two decided the game, Archie.
You never know. Scottish fight.
Let's go and get one back.
Che Adams comes out second half, scores a screamer, back in the game.
If Charles comes out and scores, I'll be stunned. Like a screamer.
Che Adams finding out the net the whole tournament. I mean, absolutely.
Well, he might nick one against Switzerland, but
I don't know. I think Scotland are going to win 4-0 and he still wouldn't score.
Here's Rudiger. Across to Tah. Germany look really comfortable though. I'll be very intrigued to see how they get on against Hungary, because I think Hungary will pose more of a threat.
Switzerland could be not dirty. Could get nasty. That's what I mean.
Especially if Switzerland have lost or drawn to Scotland and Hungary.
Join us 2 p.m.
very
tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
For me.
For Switzerland, Hungary.
Yeah,
Hungary,
tomorrow,
Switzerland.
yeah.
That's the 2:00. Yeah. A reminder: we are live for every single game at the tournament. Then, of course, it's Spain-Croatia at 5 or 4:45. And then we'll both be on for Italy-Albania, the last game of the evening. Yeah, that is the general plan. Harry will do the 2:00. I'll do the 5:00. We'll both do the 8:00. Though I think we are going to ignore that on Sunday. But
and Monday.
It will move around a bit.
That's the general plan. We do have an idea, but we're going to change it every day for a laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, so Scotland have been out of their own half only twice this match. Yeah. Definitely feels that way.
In terms of obviously the ball's been there, but I wouldn't say Tay Adams running around doesn't count.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think, the best way to describe Nagelsmann football, and in a sense Pep Guardiola type football, is it is like a boa constrictor. They slowly wrap around you until...
I'm feeling it.
Well, exactly. Scotland have just been under so much pressure. Eventually, you're going to die.
And it is...
To continue the metaphor.
Wow, that got dark very quickly.
I don't know what else to say.
It's a horrible feeling. And I feel for Scotland, because right now, on the pitch, they will feel kind of helpless.
That's brilliant from Musiala. Just drives through lines. Kimmich ball in, it's headed on, and it's kept out. Gundogan.
That's a really...
Balls for Tony Kroos. Block wide.
I mean, that's 7 men on the floor. There's a brilliant save from Angus Gunn in there. And I think it's going to all be looked through. It was a big tackle from, was it Porteous? So the ball, Havertz headed it down. Brilliant save from Gunn.
Fantastic from Musiala.
And then there was a 50-50 between Gundogan and, was it Hendry?
Just header on from
Porteous. Oh, that is a strong tackle from both, and they've both come off injured from it. So hopefully everyone's okay.
Gundogan got the head on.
What a
save well by Gunn. Havertz couldn't connect with it. And then Gundogan and
50.
Porteous both go for that's horrible from Porteous. That's an awful... That's a red card. That's a straight red card.
He could be in trouble here. He could be in big trouble.
You've jumped 2 feet in the air and landed on his ankle. That could see Gundogan out for the tournament, and that could be a straight red card.
Oh no, yeah, he's got
That's
to
an
go.
awful,
He's got
awful
to
challenge from Porteous. Awful challenge.
Yeah, I'm
If
sure.
VAR's not reviewing this for a red card,
Yeah, they are.
that's
That's a penalty in a red.
It's a penalty in a red. Every day.
That is disgusting.
You can't do that.
And again, Scotland have done well here, but what is he thinking? The problem is the ball's there, and in his head, he's gone that right. Gundogan's going to shoot and score here. So in his head, he's panicked and he has just flown in. And because, as I was saying, he's felt helpless all game. He's felt like he couldn't stop it. He's panicked and he's cost himself because he's going to miss the next 2 games and he's going to give away a penalty.
He's not going to play another Euros game unless Scotland get through. He won't feature again.
But even then, he could be out for 3 games.
And then, that last game, you'd expect that Scotland would play whoever's played in the other 2 matches.
Well,
so
Well,
they might go 4 back, to be fair, at this point in the game. But then you've got Kieran Tierney playing as a left centre-half in a 4 back. Gundogan in some discomfort here. I'm not sure. Yeah. I think Turpin's going to go over to the monitor.
What is there possibly to look at?
It's a straight red and a penalty.
I'm guessing they might have given the penalty, but they might be, but it might be the card. Do you want to reboot it while he's doing this because we are behind anyway? But yeah, I'm pretty certain that this will be given as a penalty and a red card.
I like how you talk like a 50-year-old man.
What do you mean?
Do you want to reboot it?
What am I trying to say? But yeah. And that would be a shame because Scotland were 3 minutes away from making it out of the half.
Yeah, that's clumsy.
And now
really
they could be down to 10 and be 3-0 down.
You just can't go off your feet like that in the modern day.
He hasn't even kept one on the ground.
And definitely not 2 feet into an ankle.
Yeah. In the penalty area.
So much wrong. It's not so much wrong with that tackle.
You deny the goal scoring opportunity by going 2 feet in the air into someone's ankle.
The jumps are red. The 2 feet are red. The fact it's pretty much on the goal line is red. He's sent off 3 times here.
There's no defence for him whatsoever.
Turpin just keeps throwing out the red card.
That's for the goal scoring opportunity. That's for jumping in. That's for the 2 feet. Oh dear. No, I shouldn't have said anything. But it's a shame. It's a shame for Scotland. They have done well. Yeah, look, it's massively out of control. It's not. He's got it again. It is nothing. He hasn't thought about it. He has just panicked.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a penalty, isn't it? I imagine it's already been given by now. If it hasn't been, then we need to investigate your way for corruption.
And how many minutes of added time as well, Peter, while we just sort this out?
Yeah, it says that's Robertson's tournament. It wasn't Robbo, was it? It's Porteous.
Yeah, it's Porteous. Robbo wouldn't do that. Robbo would just block it. Rather than flying like a madman.
As Gary says, idiotic.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He's inexperienced, he's panicked, he's had a tough game, and he's just lost it. Not in terms of his temper, he's just lost his kind of, I don't know, awareness.
Yeah, it says even McCoy agrees with the decision. Yeah, that's when you know.
Yeah. But that'll be a shame for him because he's now out of the tournament.
Yeah, Porteous has been sent off.
And I've got the red card. Next question. There we go. So I think that's my first red card of the season.
Definitely not.
One of those. It's up there. Definitely up there.
Of Meccano. Called a final Champions League, I want to say.
Yes, it was. Well, yes, well done. And I guess in the
Havertz has scored, by the way. Apologies for that. We decided to try and reconnect our Wi-Fi.
We actually got worms.
During the penalty, but it didn't work. There we go. Germany 3, Scotland 0.
Well, that's just going to be a fun second half for Scotland.
Perfect start, really, for Germany to kick off Euro 2024. But yeah.
And sorry about Porteous. We won't see him again.
No. Nina says, Dreamland for Germany, nightmare for Scotland. I think we're too late for Dreamland territory. Football cliches would not be having that knick-knack. But, yeah, they are having a good time. Why am I putting on the sympathiser?
We want to do everything on the streaming at a time, just in case you hadn't noticed.
Steve Clark watches on forlorn.
Because he would have been... Okay, he'd have been disappointed at 2-0. But yeah, understood it's a tough game. when he's watched his centre half fly in like that, he will not be happy.
Yeah, my pre-match 4-0 prediction that I thought was a little aggressive looks modest now.
I back Scotland. It has got a full-back.
No idea why.
Tierney is playing as a left centre half.
So yeah, that's something. To be fair, what's the point getting Hanley on for 3 seconds though?
And
they might sort
that now anyway.
Alex says, gutted for Scotland, but been their own worst enemy. Really feels like the occasion has got to them. Yeah, it does feel that way. It's just been really clumsy. They didn't get a shot away in this first half, unless they just hit one now. And, 3-0, a red card. It was like, that meme, when... Not the meme, but there's that viral thing where someone on PlayStation messaged the other person during a game of FIFA and said, clearly the better player. Pass around the back for the second half. That's what it feels like here.
Oh, yeah. Because if you had asked this morning, right, Steve Clark, first half tonight, what's your worst case scenario? We're 3-0 down with 10 players.
Yeah.
This was a nightmare last night.
Yeah, Dad's watching the stream, by the way. Chelsea says Scotland will get bottom of the group. I'm not sure they will. It's all going to come down to Switzerland on Wednesday night. Again, join us for that one. I think that will be Harry on there. I'm not sure. Is it 8 or 5?
Well, either way, why wouldn't it be it'd be either you or both of us. Half time.
Good point. There we go. Half time here in Germany. Germany 3, Scotland 0. I mean, does it get much worse than that for Scotland? Perfect for Germany. Incredible stuff. Scotland, it's just abysmal, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you talk about it, when you have a good half. For Germany, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. For Scotland, they've been given the wrong prescription and they're in big trouble. I mean, wow.
Well, I'm not sure the doctor will be happy with Gundogan's ankle almost getting snapped in half.
But 1-0 after 10 minutes was not ideal. 11 minutes. 2-0 after 19 was even worse. And then they steadied the ship. And we sat here 35th minute, 40th minute. Okay, they've done well. They've stopped the stem the bleed. They're recovering it slightly. It's only 2-0. And then Ryan Porteous does the most brain-dead thing that anyone could have done in his situation. And now they are 3-0 down with only 10 players. And they are in a lot of trouble getting into the second half.
Yeah. It's just not great, is it?
No. Everywhere you look, it is grave reading for Scotland. And it's a shame. Because I thought they'd give it a really good go tonight. But it's not impossible. And now it looks impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely so. Daz and Nick Nack just making their evening plans in chat, so enjoy whatever quiz you guys are doing.
I'll have a good quiz.
10:15 tonight. But yeah, in the meantime, let's talk Germany, Scotland, of course. Stats don't lie. 69% of the ball for Germany, 31% for Scotland. They barely got a touch in that first half. 5 shots to none. Only 1 big chance created and 3 goals scored.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes as a team that don't have the ball, you can do something with it, but it's very rare that you've actually, when you have, because usually you might see possession swings where it's 55, 60, 65, but to see such a strong possession swing, at that point for Scotland, it is just way too difficult.
And the fear is they've been chasing shadows at 11-11. They're now down a player. I just don't see how they even offer a threat. Even if they go 4-4-1, you've lost a man in that back line. Suddenly players are able to drift around much easier. Do you go 5-3-1? Do you go 5-4? And just let them pass the ball around the back?
Yeah.
What do you do in this situation?
I mean, we're in a situation, right, where if Scotland had forfeited the game before kickoff, there'd been a better scenario because they'd concede the same amount of goals, and they'd still have 11 players. That's the situation we're in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they'd get fined for just, I don't know.
And I think it'll be going, you've just forfeited the Euros.
What are you doing?
But yeah.
It's a real mess, and they're in big trouble now. Because, exactly as you say, there's not much they can do to stop Germany scoring in the second half.
Yeah.
They can't drop more players back because they're already all back there. They can't send more players up because they'll get absolutely tanked.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe let's go for it now. 4-3-2. Is that enough? That's enough players.
Let's go for it. Just go for it.
What's there to lose now? Yeah, their goal difference might take a hit. That'll only matter if they finish third.
But if Chatham scores, that's what we all want.
If they suddenly get 3 goals, then, it's a different story, isn't it?
3 goals.
If they can see another one, maybe you give, that's when you call it a day, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The problem is, if they sit as they are just going to keep shipping goals. If they offer some sort of attacking intent, at least the fans might enjoy the second half. That's my only thought. Germany is a superior team here. They've been really good. As Nick Nack said earlier, it doesn't necessarily indicate their quality because Scotland aren't a very strong opposition. So we'll see how they get on when they face Hungary in the midweek.
Yeah.
Obviously, Switzerland next Sunday. Either way, when they face those sides, we'll get a better indication. But I think they seem to be in a really good position, Germany. They're playing nice stuff. They look confident. They look comfortable. I think they've got a nice round 16 tie, regardless.
Yeah.
Obviously it will depend how it shakes up, but I think it's likely to be Austria, given I think it's third in Group D. So
I mean, it's exactly what we want.
if they top the group, of course.
When you're a home nation and you're up there for talking about winning the tournament, you want a very comfortable and easy group stage that shows your class.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want. But yeah, they'll be very, very happy with what I'm that. Oh my God, just the tackle again is absolutely disgusting.
It's just so bad, isn't it?
It's horrific. I mean,
So they play 2C, which is England's group. But you would
Denmark.
If that's England, it's a horrible tie, but you'd expect that to be Denmark.
Well, if England are second, maybe it isn't a horrible tie. Maybe it's a great one. I mean, look at the fan parks across Germany. Absolutely mental watching those goals go in.
Yeah. Oh, the Brandenburg tour.
I don't know.
Have they put a massive screen up
look at
in
this
front of that?
Lovely. Stylish.
Well, it's probably a green screen room, but it doesn't.
It's not use balcony.
Oh, fair enough.
It's very nice. But
Yeah.
our BBC would agree.
We don't get that, do we?
No. Send us a German.
We've got no balcony looking over the streets of Germany.
It looks lovely as well. But yeah, Scotland.
Well, let's look at all the goals
I
here.
mean, only 10 minutes. Conceding in 10 minutes was really not good enough. They needed to hold out for longer.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was brilliant football though to find the goal.
It's a really good movement from Vert. Doesn't fail to get picked up on the edge, and Angus Gunn demonstrating why he should not be a goalkeeper. Just in general.
It's just nobody. I think everyone drops too deep.
The problem is he drifts inside, so he's no longer the wing back's responsibility in theory. You've got to pull a midfielder in there. You've got to say, Verts is coming in, do something. Or you've got to track him yourself and just leave a massive space. And if anyone complains, you say, well, what else do you want me to do? Because Verts is drifting inside. But he just lets him roam free. So obviously when that ball goes into him, and he's got time.
When you leave Florian Verts
get a
just
shot away.
that edge of the area to have a clean shot, you're banging trouble. Even if your goalkeeper has got hands. But yeah, that would be disappointing.
I think sitting deep only works if everyone's regimented and disciplined and understands
reliable.
What their role requires.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen in a game. For their team like this, it just hasn't happened.
From Gundogan, the turn and the pass quality,
really well measured from Havertz,
drop of the shoulder from Musiala to completely drop
sending much well be. The way he spun him.
No, Conor knocked him out. He dropped the shoulder.
Not recently.
No.
But
great turn from Gundogan.
Callum McGregor sent back to
What
Glasgow.
a ball through that is. Smart from Havertz. Class from Musiala. And leathers it. Absolutely rifles it into the roof of the net. And that really put them... And then we thought that was game over for Scotland. And then they weathered the storm. They did well. They held off a bit. And then what I can only describe as assault happened. And now Ryan Porteous is sat in the stands. Because he received a red card. And Germany got paid.
Awful.
It is absolutely horrific.
That is a disgusting.
I mean, how Turpin missed it, I don't know.
But to be fair, it doesn't look awful until you slow it down and watch as he two Who
flies
his
in the
ankle.
air. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad Gundogan's okay because that is nasty.
That could have easily been a broken ankle.
It's not a great.
Quite
The
one
penalty
of those
was
disgusting
great, but it
injuries.
doesn't matter. It hit the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly. Tony Kroos, by the way, a 100% pass accuracy in that first half. 55 passes, another misplaced. You consider he slipped over twice, 2 or 3 times.
100% pass
accuracy. Mental.
In 45 minutes.
Freakishly good football.
He's not real.
I mean,
he averages over 90% every season. If you can average 100% of the year, he's generally in the money.
And normally it's not a great indicator because if you have 100% pass accuracy, it tends to dictate that you make safe passes.
Yeah.
But we've watched the game tonight. He hasn't played safe passes. He just gets them right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Guys saying 4-2-3-1. Gerhy, Stones, Trippier, Walker, Rice, Trent, Foden, Bellingham, Saka, Kane. Gary, you've missed a goalkeeper. With we now lose.
Is Gerhy in goal?
There we go. That's unlucky.
Also, Stones is injured, isn't he?
Stones unlikely to play Serbia. I think he's had illness.
So get Dunk in there.
No, hopefully Konza. Trippier at left back is not great fun. Neither is Walker at right back, to be fair. Don't mind the pivot. Don't mind the rest of the team.
So I'm reading Gary's lineup. I'm saying Nick that tend to stay off the pack.
Oh, because Gary said, Daz asked, how'd you line up on Sunday? Gaz put 2 lines of coke and 1 heroin.
Right, okay. How is that
Nick Nack says it's like watching an elite Champions League side playing a bottom half Championship side.
Yeah.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
It's like Bayern Munich rocked up with Hibernian.
Or whenever Real Madrid plays like Crvena Zvezda or someone like that in the groups.
No, because they give it a good go. Sheriff beat them.
Yeah, once.
That's better than none. None.
Definitely better than the way you said the first time. Gary says, could swap Trent out for Gallagher, 1 half each, maybe Gomez left back. I hate both those suggestions, Gary, but you do you. I wouldn't want Gallagher or Trent in my midfield particularly. I'd play Trent right back. The thing is,
playing there? They've got to play midfielders.
Wharton. Every day of the week, Adam Wharton. Or Bellingham, actually, would be my suggestion. To play Jude Bellingham.
I would play...
The problem is you need... For the shape to work, what we want to do with the team, which is obviously to have Shaw overlapping, you need to have a left back that has a left foot. Unfortunately, we forgot to pack any of those. So, that's going to be interesting.
So our only left back doesn't have a left foot at the moment.
Yeah. We put one in that's broken, but yeah, forgot to pack any others.
Oh, Mitchell's on holiday in Ibiza or something. Probably.
I'm sure he'd come back.
Yeah.
But he says Souness and Keane going on about tackles. Sounds about right.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Because Roy Keane, he did that all the time and then applaud it.
So it's Souness.
To him, that
and
was...
as Nick Nack says, they both know how to break a leg.
They'll think that's a soft penalty. They're a red card. Yeah. Game's changed. We applaud tackles like that 30 years ago. It was a disgusting tackle. There is no place for that tackle in the modern game whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he got pulled out.
No, it would have been an incredible lack of competency.
Well, in England, Tails would have gone, I'm not sure that one.
I don't think in England you could. I mean, it's a crazy tackle to see in the first game of an international tournament because you wouldn't see that in the Premier League.
You don't see this anymore. No. I haven't seen a tackle that bad in a very long time.
That's the SFPL, whatever it is. Yeah. SPFL.
That was in Scotland every week. Scott Brown.
It's embarrassing and Ian Wright, says Billy. Yeah.
It's just, I don't get it. I don't get what he was thinking. He wasn't thinking.
Yeah, evidently he wasn't. I do still find it weird on the topic of pundits that I understand why they use ex-players because obviously fans resonate with that because you see them on there and you go, oh, I used to watch him back in the day. I trust what he's going to say. But how many more examples do we need of awful ex-players as pundits? And how many more examples of people like David Horncastle do we need where they're phenomenal pundits who haven't played the game, but they know what they're talking about?
But
so James Horncastle, not David.
Like BBC and other broadcasters will try and get pundits that are relatable to the football. Well, Keane, Souness, and get some German representation on there for ITV.
ITV, mate.
Yeah. You got McCoist and co. You're there. But
Yeah.
get some German.
I mean, I get why they've got the people they have, but
Is Roy Keane speaking on behalf of Germany?
exactly. You got an Irishman, a Scotsman, and an Englishman talking about Scotland, Germany. Sounds like a type of joke.
Yeah.
What was the studio?
Oh. But there's got to be a German player or some German out there. Just a random bloke.
Well, yeah.
It's going to.
You could easily find someone like Klinsmann. I imagine the problem is a lot of those will be covering the tournament in Germany
Or on
with
BBC.
with German broadcasters.
Yeah. He basically got Joe Hart. So it doesn't get him any better.
Yeah. I remember Klinsmann doing the Women's World Cup for some reason.
He did. So.
Yeah. So
So
he's worked with the
BBC
BBC.
got in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on BBC's coverage.
Yeah, I can't remember who they've got.
Because ITV go us, alright, we've covered the UK over here, we'll be alright. Ireland not even there, for God's sake.
I love the facial expressions of the Scotland fans.
I know they're disappointed with what they're expecting.
Not 3-0 after 45 minutes of Ryan Porteous having tried to dismember an ankle. Grant Allen's coming out, by the way, for the second half, so it's only going to get more exciting.
Look at him. Absolute brutal, man.
Guys, the thing is, the so-called awful pundits create talking points and sometimes controversy, and then do the rounds in the media, thereby drawing attention to the network in question. Sinus Keen, how many times have you seen them as a headline of some kind of controversial take? Yeah, I completely
Gary
understand.
Neville's like facial expression.
But you could make the same point towards great pundits, because Pascal Gross coming out, so that is a poor sign for Gundogan. Hopefully he's all right. I know it's for Andrich, so
Sanders on the yellow.
understandable. So playing it safe there, and obviously Hanley will come in as well.
But,
Yeah, I completely understand that, Gary. But yeah, and you look at the media response to Horncastle talking about Atalanta after the Liverpool game, talking about Gasperini and how good he is, and obviously he was in the Europa League final as well, and he's really good on that. I think there is, especially the young generation of football fans, appreciate that so much more. Your Dar probably doesn't. You know, those classic sort of, we want to play 4-4-2, pump it long type thing. I think a lot of young football fans are much more interested in the
but you
more
got things
nuanced
like Sky who'd really rather show me Neville and Carragher race across the Amex and show me a good bit of punditry.
Now we're underway, and we're underway here in Munich. The second half here of Germany-Scotland. 3-0 at the break, and Scotland, of course, down to 10 men after Ryan Porteous's attempted assault. Actioned assault in the first half.
Well, I'd expect to see probably 3 games for that. Maybe 2 if he's lucky. But I don't think we're seeing Ryan Porteous at Euro 2024. So I hope he enjoyed his 40.
Che Adams was the one who was hooked, by the way.
He's pulled to the floor there. Sorry, Rudiger's pulled Christie to the floor.
Yeah.
Adams has gone off, so Christie up front.
Adams hooked. I imagine it'll be Christian McTominay as a little duo.
No, they can put Hanley
they've still got a 5.
5-3-2. No, 5-2. Oh,
5-2-2.
yeah.
So pretty much the same as they were, but they
McTominay
just
probably
don't have a
dropped in,
striker.
It'll be a 5-3. Oh, yeah, it'll be a 5-4.
At times. Well, they have a free kick in a good area here. McGinn is going to go stand near Neuer again.
What is this thing when John McGinn goes stand with the goal?
Whispers in his ear, puts him off.
You're right, Manuel.
Next, it's 5-0 final score now. Definitely possible. Definitely feasible.
6. No, I'll go 4.
It's not impossible Scotland get a goal. It's just unlikely, but
Liz McTominay.
Germany will hope to keep a clean sheet, and they try and feed the ball through there, but it's not come to anything. And then it is smashed away by Germany out for a Scotland throw.
I think Scotland will take 3-0. If you asked Steve Clark at half time, he'd take a 3-0 loss now.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
Billy saying I'm off. This is crap. Well, thanks for joining us, Billy. Remember, we are live for every single game of the Euros.
Yeah.
So make sure to join us. Yeah. Not a fan of the show, I'm guessing. But no, make sure to join us anytime. We'll be live from 2 till 10 tomorrow, pretty much, with a couple 45-minute at best breaks. So, yeah, do join us throughout tomorrow. And every day during the Euros.
Sorry, they haven't changed the graphics. And Grant Hanley's been something up front.
That is quality. I hope that is what's happened. Nodderman. Well, it does look like it if you see him surging into the box now.
He'd give Rudiger and that a fight.
Musiala, and he's going to dribble out of his own penalty area.
Absolutely
Now Florian Wirtz carrying it well, brought to the ground by Ralston. And nothing. That is a yellow card. Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, you won't get away with that one. Yeah, another yellow. Scotland racking up the cards.
Yeah.
Callum McGregor's
It's
still
an
not in the book.
intentional foul, isn't it? Professional one. He knew Verts was getting away and made no attempt for the ball.
Just kicks in, runs off. Acts like he didn't do anything.
I didn't even try to make it look like he tried to get the ball.
No. He knew it was coming.
But I like that as well, the decision to hook Andrich from Nagelsmann, because it shows where the standard is. It shows what's expected of players. If you're going to get a yellow for what was a very reckless and quite pointless tackle, understandably, you're going to get hooked for it.
Yeah.
Germany can't risk that. They don't need a red card early on. They're going to need Andrich for other games.
Yeah. I've already seen one red. They don't.
Gross is fine for a game like this, and we saw him play against Greece, and he did all right in there, but he's not as defensively solid. He doesn't give Kroos the same sort of license to roam. So yeah, they'll be hoping Andrich can avoid any more yellows.
Yeah. This is good.
They do always have Emery Chan as well, who could sit in there.
Yeah, that's the problem with Scotland is they haven't got any, like their best 11's out there. They haven't got quality to bring on.
Yeah, I do completely agree with Hummels, by the way. He was saying how he thinks he's at least top, he's in the top 5 centre halves for Germany, so why he's not in the squad? Because you look at the squad and, Valdemar Anton is a good defender, but I'd have Hummels over him. I'd definitely have him over Robin Koch, who has got in the squad. So,
where is he nowadays?
Union? Frankfurt. Okay.
I think
He's been on loan this season at Frankfurt.
Right. Well, he was crap in the Premier League. Everyone just found him funny because his name's Cock. If his name was something different, no one would care about him. I think Hummels got unlucky there.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. At least, he might not have played, but from a squad point of view. That would have made sense. Guys, have you figured out how you're going to feed yourselves or Dono straight to this shed? Yeah, just get the bloke to bring it around the back. Well, the thing is, Harry will be alright most days because he's doing the 2 and 8.
4 and I'll have till 7:45.
So he'll have a nice stint there. But I'm at school all day, get back at, 3:30, and then I'm live at 4:45. So I've got about an hour 15 window. And then I've got another 45-minute window between the 5 o'clock and the 8 o'clock games. Luckily, that's only this week, so we're fairly okay in that regard.
I think when
after that,
there are really good having one from range. Good safe from goal.
Right.
Oh, when you look at it, there are only 7 days that have 3 a day.
Yeah.
The rest are all either 1 or 2.
And other than Wednesday, to be fair, I'm usually back here midday anyway, so I'll just eat at midday. I'm just going to have the weirdest sleeping and eating schedule you've ever seen, but yeah.
What is sleep schedule changing?
Don't know.
Fancy it, make that for a bit.
I have a nap in the middle of the afternoon just to really throw myself out of whack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Corner of Germany.
All in, that's gone over everyone. Converts, try and keep it alive.
It's only really dawning on me.
Sorry,
this is actually Euro 2020. 2024. Like,
It's not Euro 2020.
we watched it.
Still that much. Mittelstedt, ball in. Rudiger tries to get ahead to it, but Scotland come away with the ball and they'll drive it forwards now. It's the one-man army of Andrew Robertson. He's brought down by Tony Kroos. He doesn't think it's a foul.
No. Turpin gives him a little smirk. It is it's not a foul. Robertson was already falling over before Kroos even got near him. And not like diving, he was just falling over. Someone like Scotland trying to get on the ball, trying to do something. Finds Tierney, who's levelled it into Musiala, and that will fall to Wirtz. Back to Musiala. Pascal Gross now. Really good football from Musiala, who gives it to Gundogan. One more to Wirtz. Middle shadow relapping. Wirtz comes inside.
Gundogan tries to lift that over the top, but that's going to bounce out for a Scotland goal kick.
You'd expect a player like Gundogan to find that pass pinpoint. That the some of the balls he's played tonight have been phenomenal. If he gets that one right, it's 4-0 Germany. But alas, that going wide. Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Last thing, also, we talk about Germany winning already, but we know Nagelsmann. He'll want more. He'll want, from this scenario, he'll want more.
Hmm.
And I've been surprised by Scotland tonight. I really have.
I'm not, well, in a negative way.
Yeah,
in
for
a
me.
negative sense. I don't think anyone's. I don't know. I know there was a lot of hype coming into the tournament, but I think a lot of that was generated off the back of a qualifying campaign, which was, it started really strong, and that's why they got through ultimately. But the second game against Spain, they weren't great in. I don't know. I think a lot of people could have seen this coming. I mean, my 4-0 prediction will probably end up either being correct or not far off.
Yeah.
At this rate. But yeah, so I don't think it's a massive surprise. I didn't see them getting torn apart so early. I thought it'd come later when they start to lose that discipline. But they haven't had discipline at all today. From minute 1 they were getting torn apart. By the 10th minute they were down a goal. By the 20th minute they were 2-0 down. And by the 45th they'd lost a man and were down 3-0. So, and it could have easily been a penalty on 20 minutes as well.
Yeah, good point. Go on.
It's been a calamity for Scotland. Can't say I'm awfully surprised.
Nah.
Says Germany have gone joint second favourites to win the tournament. I think they're up there. I really do. A lot of people will talk about France, but and Portugal, but I don't know. For me, England and Germany, and then the thing is, France, I call it are, but they never win the Euros. And obviously they're on England's side of the bracket. So they wouldn't meet Germany until the final. So that could be the final if obviously France were to beat England. If they indeed both get there.
Yeah.
I think Portugal will have to face Netherlands based on, how I expect the brackets to go. Obviously upsets may happen.
France could find themselves in trouble if they do end up somehow being second to Netherlands. That's my only thing with France. Is when I look at the favourites, I look at Germany, England, they should have no problem topping their group. France are the only ones who could be caught a cropper. Because if they draw to Netherlands, it'll come down to who scored more against Austria and against Poland. Yeah,
or if Portugal finish second in their group. Because then you'd have France, Portugal in the round 16. So
if Portugal finish second in that group, something's gone very wrong, or Kvaratskhelia has had the tournament of his life.
Well, Turkey could beat Portugal. And then if they both win all their other games...
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
Turkey got a point.
It's not expected, but you never know.
Because we all thought they'd do really well in 2020.
Yeah, it says England, France and Germany are almost joint favourites. Yeah, that's the thing. I think, Germany best coach of the tournament by a distance. It's not even the same sort of comp. Didier Deschamps, great international manager, but Nagelsmann is an elite coach. An elite
Big Gaza,
coach.
mate.
Southgate's is not an elite coach.
He's Lance Cardigan.
Coach. Exactly. Great man management, sure. Go and be a PT, mate. But he's not an elite manager.
He's a PE teacher.
He could be. If as in the Joe Wicks role, people would love him, wouldn't they? All right, guys, Gareth Southgate.
One big push now.
Yeah, don't know why he's become Australian or American, but
he's changed his accent all the time.
Does he?
Croy.
Just out for Pascal Gross, but it's blocked. McGregor tried to keep it alive. We'll try and get it gone, but it'll be Germany that win it back. Another look to find a ball into the box here. Florian Wirtz. Now Musiala. Kroos. Across to Joshua Kimmich. Could take a shot. It's blocked by Grant Hanley.
Should've hit it earlier.
If they'd Hanley in there from the start, they'd have won.
Yeah.
Convinced.
I know he joked, but he's a good, he's experienced. He wouldn't have flown in like that.
No, but he might have scored an own goal.
He might have, but that would have been better than trying to murder somebody. Or to caught him with a flailing arm or something. Smacked him around the face.
No, I do find it crazy that Norwich have got rid of Ben Gibson, but not Grant Hanley. Musiala trying to fashion a chance. Ball in from Mittelstedt, I don't think so. Vets, and it goes over, that's close.
We didn't play this season, did he? Just Gibson and what's his face? Can't remember now. That's off the top of the bar. I thought it looked like it might have been tipped over, but no. Off the top of the woodwork. Very, very fine margins there. Could have been 4-0 Germany.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't play. I didn't see if he was on the retained list or not. I'm fairly sure he was still there.
God.
Norwich had Duffy.
Oh, God.
Hopefully he's gone as well.
Yeah. Hopefully they're all gone.
A pair of them were awful.
I think it's going to send this long. A good start for Scotland, saying they're down 10 players. First 12 minutes, no goal conceded. Not a bad start for the second half.
You know, saying Musiala's almost looked unplayable. Yeah, it's felt like he's had like 17 dribbles or something. Just keeps picking the ball up and driving.
It's the agility at the end of the close control, the drop of the shoulder, the turns, the ducking and weaving through people.
Yeah, I have to say as well, I really appreciate the long sleeves from Kai Havertz this evening as well. They really work on that Germany shirt. So if you look at them, they've got the same pattern on the sleeves. Massive fan.
I didn't even notice.
Musiala, it drops now for Gundogan, blocked. Cleared away. Rudiger. And now ball in from Mittelstedt, headed away. McGinn gets there in front of Kimmich, and now Scotland will be able to deal with this. Or maybe not, because McGinn fancies trying to take players on. Verts. Here's Mittelstedt. Pascal Gross. Rudiger. Havertz. Rudiger. Opposite wide, Joshua Kimmich. Now it's Ilkay Gundogan, Rudiger. Musiala, Rudiger. Joshua Kimmich. Rudiger. Now Kimmich. Ball in, and it's a bit messy. Mittelstedt trying to get the ball into the box, but can't. Verts takes aim and it goes flying over.
Yeah, didn't catch that one correctly. But yeah, I mean, 60th minute, you'd expect to see changes coming soon for both sides. You know, this game is gone, really. You know, Germany want to rest, Scotland want to rotate.
Yeah.
You feel like, the schedules that we've had all year, especially Germany, they want to keep their best players fresh, especially your leaders in there, your Kroos, your Gundogans, the slightly older players, who I'm sure would not mind having a good half an hour rest here.
Well, also you'd look at players who've gone deep in competitions, so Toni Kroos would be that first option, Antonio Rudiger probably another one. And it's an opportunity for players to get an opportunity. We could see Valdemar Anton get involved this evening.
Yeah.
Hopefully not Robin Koch. You never know.
Scotland might find a way back into this game. They do that. Ball
in behind. Havertz can't quite get there. Might go through to Verts. That's a fantastic goal from Angus Gunn.
Can't away with that ball. Yeah. I thought Verts had ran past it.
It looked like in FIFA where the goalkeeper just misses it, runs off because it's slightly out of their reach.
Fouling there on.
And that is Nicholas Fulkrug coming on.
That is.
This is what we love to see. Fulkrug time.
I guess that'll be for Havertz, won't it? Unless they go to Havertz deep and bring off Gundogan.
Both far options, yeah.
Tierney back to Tierney. So Robertson back to Tierney. Not playing to himself. McGinn plays a 1-2 with the centre half, who gives it into Robertson. This is better from Scotland. And Christie's been caught there by Jonathan Tarr, I think it is, he's gone to the book. Yep. So yellow card for Tarr. That'll be something that Nagelsmann want to deal with very soon. So we could see a centre half change in there now, because that is clumsy from Tarr. You're 3-0 up, don't need to dive in like that. Picks up his first.
Nick Nack asks, is Nagelsmann the youngest coach? In what? In the Euros, I'd assume so, because they're all about 50. I mean, look at Deschamps, he's been the most successful manager. And he's pretty young. 56. Is he?
Yeah.
He's got to be pushing 50. Has
46.
to be. I'm having a look now.
I'm going to go 46. I think he's 46. Yeah, Fulkrug coming on.
53. There you go.
53.
Of course he is.
He looks good for 53.
Yeah, that's the youngest coach in the history of the tournament, apparently. There you go.
Oh, and Leroy Sané is also Verts.
Signing on for that, and then Fulkrog on up front.
High
Havertz.
Makes sense. They're going to be the two pivotal players at the tournament.
Two of them, and you want Musiala just to keep driving that ball through Scotland.
And when you've got Fulkrog and Sané on the bench, what is
And they
that?
lose the ball, and here come Germany. It's a 3-on-2. Kimmich gonna just drive it through the middle, shifts it to Sané, instant impact, his shot is tame, and it's an easy save.
Now that's a player's been on the pitch for more than 30 seconds, that's 4-0. That is a tragic shot.
That's just a terrible shot, isn't
Go
it?
right foot,
Again,
blast it.
appreciate the long sleeves, but
What is that?
poor shot.
Not wearing long sleeves. It's hot. They might be cold.
Yeah, but for the culture. That's what we love to see.
No, I don't like.
I also hate the Scotland shorts, by the way.
What's wrong with them?
It's that little... It's the Adidas swoosh. I don't know, I don't like the yellow there.
It goes with the shirt.
No, it does, but it's just, I don't know. Compared to the Germany one really works with the kit. I think it's just slightly off on all the players.
Yeah, because John McGinn's got quite big hips.
Yeah, maybe it's just McGinn I've been looking at all
Yeah.
night. Just hips.
His bottom half's a bit wider than his top half. Do you think we're getting any more
Interesting.
goals?
Yeah. And you know when they're going. I think we'll probably have another one at least. And then my prediction will be correct. And then they might mud my prediction by putting in another one. But
Did Nick Nack say 3-0? I think Showery said 2-0.
few people said 3-0.
Chelsea fans said 3-0. Alex said 3-0 as well.
I think Alex said a draw, no? Something like expects 2-0,
Yeah.
hopes it's a draw.
Yeah, could see like a 1-1.
You're absolutely not having.
Yeah.
No, that's sit on the fence. That's not what we do here. Here we write predictions and we stick by them. We don't gamble.
We take risks.
Financially.
No.
Anyway. Germany corner now.
25 to play. Very good start for the host, though.
Rudiger and McGinn having a little scrap.
Oh, well, McGinn complains. I love really. He's just laughing. Like, what do you do as a referee when the opposing player just sat on the floor laughing?
Alex says, yeah, that's out the window. Only slightly, Alex. You never know.
I like
You'd
you.
come back.
You're bold. Stuck your neck on the line.
Well, I gave 2 predictions. Absolutely not. Mittelstedt. Oh, that Benjamin Pavard-esque capability.
Tragic.
Well, obviously, that's always the capabilities. Similar sort of technique. Just swung it too high. That noise was not human, by the way. Whatever you just said. Yeah, so it's hard to see this staying 3-0. True, Scotland are going to form a comeback. So if it doesn't get worse. I hate to tell you something, Alex.
Billy
Well,
Gilmore
with
and
the
Kenny
brass.
McLean are coming on.
This could be the changes needed.
I've only just realised that is the Aston Villa set piece
I was
game.
going to say that is Austin McPhee, yeah. Why is he there?
What's he doing at Scotland?
Has he got a dual role?
Because I don't think Emery sacked him.
I don't know. It was McGinn and convinced him to join him.
Maybe. That's why McGinn's standing on the goal line.
Maybe.
I thought they should have been working on by
Yeah.
themselves. Try and find out. So Gilmore is going to come on and he will replace number 8. So Gilmore and Kenny McLean coming on, some fresh legs in the midfield, and that will be Callum McGregor and John McGinn. Now you expect to see Gilmore start over McGregor in the next 2 games, but obviously Gilmore's coming back from injury. But yeah, McGregor, he had a tough evening. McGinn didn't really do much either. Maybe Gilmore and McLean can come and do something. Also, the Norwich contingent in this Scottish side is brilliant, by the way.
There are a lot of
I
players,
mean,
aren't
Gunn, Hanley and McLean. I love it.
there? Gilmore. I was obviously there on loan for a bit.
Yes, yeah.
Any other links we can think of? Nope. Scotland free kick. Tierney's probably travelled through there at some point.
Got it, one more.
I think there's got to be.
Obviously, Whittaker used to be Scottish, weren't he?
As was Russell Martin, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Scottish.
Wow, Norwich just love Scottish people.
Here comes Germany. How much worse does this get? That's the question.
Well, I don't know.
They haven't conceded in the second half.
Yeah.
Here's Musiala.
22 minutes.
Bring it inside. Slides it through. Gundogan can't keep it alive. Struck, and that is venomous from Nicholas Füllkrug. Germany 4, Scotland 0. Absolutely rifled home. That had so much behind it from Füllkrug. A rocket from his right foot. And Germany powering through this opening game. Scotland looked forlorn and frustrated. Germany jubilant. 20 minutes to play. Germany lead by 4 goals to 0.
Well, we sometimes joke that shots will break the back of the net. That must have tore through the top corner. I don't get how a man has struck the ball that hard.
Yeah, nothing on gun for that one.
If he got hands, he would have broke his
Bloody
hand.
hell.
Absolutely thumped into the top corner.
Have we seen goal of
It's
the tournament
not-
already?
But when we talk about thump though, you think he's just like, but there's class to it.
Yeah.
He has elegantly leathered it in the top right. I don't know how you do that. 4-0 to Germany. Scotland, they've done well second half. But, I mean, you can't stop that. I mean, the defending was shite, but you don't stop the actual effort. So if you block that, you find yourself in A&E very quickly.
Yeah, here's McLean. Robertson.
Scotland going for the corner. They're time wasting. 4-0. Disappointing. Very disappointing for Scotland.
AJ says, oh my god, yeah. That's a fair response. Nick, same goal of the tournament so far. What a hit. Set up beautifully for him.
Goal of the tournament so far.
Just about edges out the one where, Verts put it right on Gadley. Just tipped it in for him. All the other goals.
Musiala was quite good.
Musiala was well taken, but
The third was a penalty.
yeah. Just about edges those out for me.
Yeah, it's goal of the tournament for 69 minutes, for the first 69 minutes of the tournament.
Yeah.
We'll
So
see
a tough
some
start for Scotland. Again, in unrelated news, we're just in a huge influx of Serbia fans for tomorrow evening, so that's interesting.
Sunday evening.
Yeah, Sunday evening, sorry.
Also, some tennis balls on the pitch.
Protest?
I don't know.
That's what German fans have used.
There's not many,
a lot
there's
as a
only two.
protest. On this side, yeah.
It's a really shit pro. I might have paper balls actually. It might not be 10. This is a strike. Hanley plays it to him, which helps. But
To be fair, so I had to shift it and then strike
flicked
it.
out his left and absolutely 110 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Also, spin of 1 RPS, rotation per second. So that's just dead. It's not spinning. That's
No.
just dead. It's a bullet. Hell of a goal.
110 kilometres an hour. That is absolutely ludicrous. How do you hit a ball that hard?
Yeah.
Very good player. I feel like he's a bit unlucky. Because the attack's so good, Fulcrum doesn't get the start. But he's a good player.
He's definitely going to have involvement in this tournament.
Oh yeah, clearly.
He'll play the Switzerland game.
Does that in the 80th minute of the quarter final, they're laughing.
Right, they beat Hungary. He'll play the Switzerland game. He's going to come on and be that Wout Weghorst. Like when we saw Weghorst come on and score for the Netherlands against Argentina in the World Cup quarter-finals. That is a debate, but I think it's one that I'd agree with.
A debate?
Yeah,
No.
definitely. Definitely a debate. Thomas Muller coming on, by the way.
No, it's not a debate.
That's
He is
interesting.
world class.
I think it is.
Overall.
Hell of a player, but world class. People throw that around too casually.
No, come on.
It's not world class.
Thomas Muller.
In his prime, does he get in any team in the world?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Not now.
That's what I said, in his prime.
Yeah.
Which would probably be, what, 2013?
Yeah.
Doesn't get in the Barcelona team.
Look at that 2010 World
Doesn't
Cup.
touch the Barcelona
Phenomenal.
team. Yeah, of course. I'm not saying he's not a phenomenal player. He's not world class, though. Sane.
But you're saying Neymar is.
Did I? 2015 he was, yeah. Undoubtedly so.
I don't know. I think he's world class.
Okay, well that sells it.
So, but what it is, out of the whole world, he is class. On it, in his prime.
Who's Hanley? That the whole world is class, isn't he?
No, in terms of the whole world of football. I think I'm better than. I think I've got aspects of my game that are better than Grant Hanley's.
No.
Speed. I think I can outrun Grant Hanley.
Yeah. I can already outrun Bobby Moore, doesn't mean I'm better than him. Yeah, we've already seen that Musiala goal as he gets hooked here for Muller.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, good finish.
There's some venom behind these German strikes. And here comes Thomas Muller to show us why he's world class.
Now it says, in a group with one dominant team, does it make qualifying third harder? Well, it depends, because obviously, you could get 4 points quite conceivably in this group. If Switzerland and Hungary drew and Switzerland beat Scotland and Hungary beat Scotland, then they're both on 4 points, and you would expect them both to get through.
Yeah.
The same could be true for Scotland. If Scotland draw with Hungary and beat Switzerland, then suddenly they should be through with 4 points. So
100%.
I think England's group, Serbia and Slovenia, could easily draw. And then it could be 9-6-1-1, in which case you're suddenly, none of those sides are getting through. And then there's only one other team you've got to have more points now.
Yeah.
If you're on 4. So I think it's conceivable Scotland get through, but they've got to beat Switzerland now. Which was always the game plan anyway, so this doesn't change anything. It puts their goal difference in a really bad position if it does end up coming down to that.
Yeah.
But
100%.
It'll be interesting, obviously.
I think Scotland they are not out of it. They've been torn apart tonight.
100%.
But they can still get through. Wow. You've got to remember.
I think the problem with playing Germany first, obviously, it hits the morale. But I could easily see Hungary battering Switzerland tomorrow night, in which case suddenly Wednesday night becomes very interesting.
Yeah.
But should be interesting. Now it says normally 4 is minimum, but the odd team goes through on 3. Well, exactly, so you never know. As Alex says, oh dear, complete crumble from Scotland. It does. Yeah, seem that way. 4-0 now.
Could be more.
Definitely could be. Tar. Cross.
Man of the match. Sorry, I saw Nick Nat put Musiala mum. I wondered what he's on about.
Ball in. Fulgrove brings it down. That is awful, but it's in.
Is it not?
No, I think Fulgrove did get the final touch. At least he's going to claim it. He's already on 2 goals. The top scorer. Germany 5, Scotland 0. It gets even more embarrassing for the Tartan army.
I said 1-1.
Emphatic victory.
Absolutely battered.
He might be offside with Alex. I think that might be
between Hanley and Gunn, this is absolute shite.
Let's have a look. Oh, he's off.
But did Hanley not touch it first? No,
he's off there, I think. The ball gets played, he's off. Hanley steps back, doesn't he?
And kicks it into him. Look, he kicks it into him.
Yeah, I mean, and everything involved, I think that is offside there.
Yeah, it is. It's been given immediately. Look how quick that was.
Back down to 4-0.
So we don't make offsides to Premier League. Because that's how quick it is.
Yeah, we just need to add last ball, which we can't do yet because we signed a long-term deal with Nike. That was smart.
Let off for Hanley because he kicked it and Gunn. It's just shit.
I don't know what you expect of putting Hanley and Gunn back together. Chuckle brothers. Saw him at Norwich last few years. Awful. And now a change for Scotland.
That man is massive.
Who are you? Probably a centre-half.
Tierney's coming off.
Do you think Scotland's performance tonight would have been any different with Lyndon Dykes?
No. Scott McKenna.
That's the correct answer. Oh, God.
You're 4-0 down to Germany. 10 players with 40 minutes to go. And you put on Scott McKenna.
To be fair, they look better with 10 than with 11.
Yeah.
So that says something.
Ian Hanley
Not
did
sure
just
what.
try and give Falk a goal.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, they might still concede another 3 and then suddenly they're awful. But they've done okay in the second half.
Yeah.
Something cataclysmically poor. Ball forward from Angus Gunn. That's a bit of a scrap in this corner, but it almost kept in play by Christie.
Also, love now, Nick, that you're handing out all the of the tournament awards already. You know, 77 minutes.
Get those out of the way.
Yeah. And them out early doors. But yeah.
I think something we spoke about actually in the previews is how Germany didn't. The goals for Germany weren't going to come from one place, and again, that's really shown tonight. 4 different goal scorers. I'm quite happy that I managed to predict 3 of them. That's not too bad. But yeah. If it does stay 4-0, absolutely taking that prediction, but I'm not sure it's going to.
It might.
We had a good track record of predictions coming into this.
Yeah, you.
Me. Got all the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League finals correct.
Yeah.
In terms of winners, not scorelines, I don't think.
I don't know the last time I got one right.
Do you think Scotland are going to draw 1-1 with Germany?
No, you should have played it safe.
Hmm.
I went rogue tonight. Went out there.
Yeah. What are we going for tomorrow? Hungary, Switzerland. I guess we'll have to watch and find out.
Yeah. 1:45. Join me.
Similar to Arsenal in that regards, isn't it? Well, again, it comes with the territory of having Havertz as a number 9. But yeah, they do. That is quite an interesting comparison. They do play kind of similar styles. Gross. Headed across the box. Muller flicks it on, and well, Joshua Kimmich was out at the back post, but Andrew Robertson's dealt with that. That was weird for Robertson, because obviously like Hanley's used to getting bad by this point. But for Robertson, he's not. So
He doesn't not use have Grant Hanley. They're in a Virgil van Dijk, isn't it?
I see no difference.
Like, it couldn't be more of a contrast.
Elbow toe.
Alright, so Chapman's name back is Peter Crouch then.
No. Mittelstedt, he's gone for another Pavard, but he's
stop,
sent
mate.
this one even further over.
It's getting worse. Just stop.
No, but he pitched on top corner, suddenly we'll go, bloody hell. Goal of the tournament. Fulkrog off there by a fair chunk. To be fair.
Yeah.
Well, under the trialling VAR rules, he'd be onside, that'd be a goal. Which I think would be perfectly permissible, to be fair. Does he gain any advantage by having a leg in front of Hanley?
No, because Hanley, Hanley could just clear the ball later on. Cruz coming off, gonna get a rest. Emre
Can on in his place.
Good player.
Yeah. Someone who obviously wasn't wasn't called up initially, but I think he was brought in afterwards, wasn't he? With injuries.
Also, I love how the German bench is just the coaching staff have just got T-shirts with the German badge in the middle. Like just normal T-shirts. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes to play then. Long ball headed down. This is good for.
Gundogan knocks it out wide. Mittelstedt.
Beautiful.
But yeah, ball into the box. Gundogan can't quite meet it. But yeah, as I was saying with Germany, with their multiple goal scorers, I think that's why the Golden Boot race could be really interesting. So I think Germany will go deep, but I don't really see any of them being a serious contender unless Fulkrug can get another one in this game. Suddenly, it looks like he's going to win it. But I can't really see them having anyone up there. You've got Kane, of course, for England. But I don't know, he didn't impress me in warm-ups. So you never know. Maybe we'll have a slow tournament. Hopefully not. Hopefully we see him play well. Shankland coming on for Christie, by the way. Scotland's last change of the game. Bit of a roll of the dice with 9 minutes to play.
Don't think they're going to get Shankland's going to give you too much, but it might surprise us.
But I think the favourites for the Golden Boot are probably the top scorers in qualifying. Ronaldo, Lukaku, both very favourable groups. I think for me, Lukaku would have to be the favourite just because his group is slightly easier.
I think he could score.
And their run to the quarters, I think at least, is nice. Then they've got France. I thought Spain, something like that. But yeah, good from Robertson. Here's McLean. Pokes that ball out wide. Ralston. Ball in. Oh, well, Shankland was going to get there, but Target's in front of it. Scotland back with a striker on the field. Germany coming forwards. Chan. Here's Leroy Sané. Wants to run at them now. Sané cuts inside, trying to go back outside and get stuck in his feet. He keeps it alive still, though.
Good defending.
And eventually, though, unable to hold on to it any longer. Robertson clearing it away.
Yeah.
Nick says, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game, that's singular, Nick. Now, there's 3 matches tomorrow. Join us for all of them. 2 o'clock kickoff will, of course, be Hungary, Switzerland. You'll be here with just Harry, though. I might pop up in chat
That's me.
and say hi. At 5 o'clock, it'll be just me for Spain, Croatia. And then on the evening game, we'll both be here to enjoy Italy, Albania, which should be interesting. So, yeah, join us for that. Now, it says, all less predictable than tonight's result, I think. Well, probably not Italy, Albania, in all honesty. I'd love to see Albania win, but just don't see it happening, unfortunately. Lovely effort from Sane, playing well by Gunn. But yeah. And then obviously, yeah, I think Spain, Croatia is going to be fascinating. Because both are very good teams who you would say are somewhat lacking in front of goal. Right?
Yeah.
If he shows up in tournaments, but he's not reliable, I wouldn't say. Kramaric, you never know. Budamir's been fantastic this tournament. Someone we forgot to mention in our preview, but he's been one of the top scorers in the Liga, the 32-year-old, so it looks like he'll start. And players like Kramaric and stuff, they're not volume goal scorers, though. So it should be interesting to see tomorrow night.
Germany, right, across the whole team, 94% pass accuracy. It's incredible.
Yeah.
How?
Phenomenal stuff.
You hold that high level is incredible. Over 564 passes.
Yeah, Call Me Ghoul says, love from Germany, thank you. Hope you're enjoying tonight's stream. Of course, well, I think you're new around here, in which case, welcome. And do make sure to subscribe, because we are going to be covering every single game of the Euros live. So, yeah, you can join us for Germany on Wednesday, I believe it is. I can't remember, it's an 8 or 5 o'clock kickoff.
A very good night for the Germans tonight.
Yeah, undoubtedly so. Germany in full control. It is 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Germany, Hungary. But yeah, should be an interesting set of games.
100%. By that point, we will be...
One match weekend?
Yes, Sane, was he fouled? No. Goal kick.
Yeah, and I think I do have Germany, which is nice.
Yeah.
She'll be in Croatia, Albania.
Let's get a questionable one here. Don't think there's enough in it, though. Goal kick.
Yeah, no. Definitely not a penalty, put it that way.
It's the third one. Just a bit, dubious.
That's very much the softest.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that says Italy aren't nailed on to beat Albania. They're certainly not, and Albania will pose a threat, but I don't know. I just feel unless there's a big upset there,
The thing is,
Italy should win it.
Albania are defensively quite solid.
Sane, and that's a rash effort on goal. It all, for me, depends on whether Jasir and Asani can play like he did in qualifiers, whether Armando Broja can actually turn up.
Yeah.
Because, for me, he's way too hit and miss to be a regular number 9 for anyone, really. And, you look at him in the Premier League, I don't know, he has some great games, but he blows hot and cold way too often. He's just, he either has a fantastic game or he just doesn't really show up. And if Albania can do anything, he has to show up. Because we do think, despite Manai's fantastic season in Turkey, it doesn't look like Broja will start, according to the Albanians, in our preview comment section.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting. But yeah, I think they are a solid team. Certainly defensively, they are better than Scotland. I think in Thomas Strakosha, got a really safe pair of hands. Or it might be Etri Berisha, because it tends to always be whenever they get to tournaments. You've also got, obviously, Marash Kambula in there. Really solid defender. So yeah, should be interesting. 4 minutes to go here, and as you can tell, not a lot is happening. Germany in control. Scotland fans watching on with, not exactly happy looks on their face. More like languish.
There's loads of them have travelled over, and they'll be very disappointed with what their team have done tonight.
Yeah, but they have to remember it's Germany. And they've scored. They've got a goal. I think it came off Rudiger. But that is a goal. Germany 4, Scotland 1.
Well, that's good. They've got something to celebrate.
Scott McKenna put it across the box, although they're going mental in the crowd. Scotland have got a goal.
Oh, McKenna's going to claim it. But yeah, it's an own goal coming off Tony Rudiger. Deep free kick. The ball's flicked in by Robertson.
There is going to be a check here, I think, for VAR.
Yeah, and McKenna heads it onto the shoulder of Rudiger.
The thing is that the player that gets the initial knock on there, is he offside? No, it's McTominay, isn't it? Not Shankland.
It's
Fulkrug, it's fine.
It's not cleared by Carr.
It bounces
and
everywhere.
McKenna just flicks it onto the shoulder of Rudiger.
It's his head, doesn't he? Rudiger just sort of turns around and hits him in the face.
It's a great header.
Incredible
Rudiger.
stuff, yeah. Looping over Neuer.
Fans loving it. Goal for Scotland. They've got something to cheer. 4-1.
Everyone loving it. Something for the Scottish fans to cheer. Exactly that, Nick Nat.
They are checking it. That's what they roll off.
There's not much.
I don't think they will. Yeah. Not going to start saying Rudiger's tournament.
Yeah, Rudiger praying that's for us, but it isn't.
And we will get back on the way.
Chan. Joshua Kimmich. Now Sane. Kimmich. Tar. Mittelstedt. But yeah, Germany, it's looked comfortable tonight. That goal coming against a run of play makes it look worse, but I don't think they'll mind.
Yeah, an own goal coming against a run of play. Not going to bother them. Big win though tonight. Big win. That'll help. Thing is though, people say that goal doesn't really matter, but it might come down. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could come down to the goal difference between them and Hungary, between them and Switzerland. Goal difference is a big thing. So to concede, to have -3 could be better than -4. And here comes Germany again though. Kimmich switches the play to Mittelstadt. Does he fancy a shot? Not quite. What can Graf do? Not much. Minute to play. Switch of the play to Sane. Plays it to Gundogan. Back to Leroy Sane. Kimmich. Rudiger. Germany trying to build something here. Trying to end on a high.
Here's Jonathan Tsar. Yeah, it says apparently the groups aren't decided by goal difference. What are they decided by then? Alphabetical order?
Head to head.
Who's page way for more?
Groups aren't decided on goal difference.
Is it goals for or something? I said, what the fuck? ITV just had some random American lady chime in on commentary. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Christine somebody. Again, makes no sense because this is Germany, Scotland. So they've got an American, an Irishman, a Scottishman, and an Englishman.
Scottishman. Also known as a Scotsman.
That's
But, yeah. Again, as I said, I like the start of a joke. Goes to alphabetical order, yeah. That adds up. 3 minutes of additional time
Are you
then.
joking?
Obviously, surely. Head to head, yeah.
That's
what
what
I'd imagine, Nick Nack.
I was right. Alphabet. Imagine that. Imagine it was. You got knocked out of the Euros on alphabetical order.
Why do you think Yugoslavia disbanded?
Yeah, I'd call my
I
nation.
think that was the reason.
I would call my nation. Like I'd put something in front of it.
Aardvark should be killing it. Playing out for draws.
I'd put AA Germany. Like, why is it AA? I don't know. With a breakdown.
It's been sponsored.
AA Germany.
Title sponsor. Anyway. Mittelstedt, Gross. It's head-to-head record. Gary says, if I haven't heard from her all match, first I heard from her explaining a decision in the 86th minute. She just sat in silence for 86 minutes.
Is she sat there with them or is it like they cut to
No,
her?
surely not.
Because if she'd sat there with them, she hasn't
Roll in, and that's dealt with by Robson.
can't be. Her mic hasn't been working, right? It should talk to herself.
Sure, it's when they go, oh, Dermot Gallagher's here, and he phones in from his flat.
That's Peter Walton. Dermot Gallagher is actually there. Peter Walton's a lot.
Rings him up. That was shit, mate.
I didn't see it, so I went to the kitchen to get a cup of tea, but I'm pretty sure that was a penalty.
My pot noodle was ready.
Ding that, and I've got to go now.
Someone's at the door.
Thanks, Peter, for infinite wisdom.
Got him saying the 5th criteria, says Nick Nack. Well, the other 4.
Goal difference.
Yeah, if only 5th criteria. Well, it'll be points first, head second. Well, the other 2.
Money. pay to UEFA, alphabetical order, and how many times your nation. I don't know.
Jan. Takes aim and that's in. Wonderful strike. Germany 5, Scotland 1. Lovely stuff from Emre Can. Picks it up on the edge. That's a well-placed finish into the bottom corner.
And this one will stand.
Yes, nothing you can rule that one out.
What a way to take the tournament for Germany. For Scotland, it is shit. No need to beat around the bush. And look at that. The strong Scottish support. I'm not happy. But Germany, incredible. Exactly what you want. Opening the tournament as, you know, one of the favourites to win the whole thing. And you put a 5 past Scotland.
I think that says head-to-head records are the other 4. So you do, yeah, you have to, I imagine the 4 different ways of working it. I don't know. That's so well placed by Emre Can.
Yeah, not much Gunn could have done about it. Maybe. It's a good effort. Really good effort. Goes to place from overpower and plays over to Gunn to get a hand to it. It took the deflection off Tierney. And Gunn got a hand to it. And it still went in.
Such a well-placed finish, but that is full time here in Munich, you'd think, or is Nagelsmann just congratulating everyone prior? No, that is full time. Germany 5, Scotland 1. An emphatic victory to kick off the tournament here in Munich for hosts Germany. Disappointing for Scotland, who entered with such belief, such hope. But it's been shattered by Germany in the opening game. They have to pick themselves up. And go again on Wednesday night. But it's going to be interesting. The Euros is finally here. We'll be back tomorrow from 1:45. And AJ saying Scotland is going home. Very premature. We'll see. But that's everything from us today. As I say, we'll be back in the morning. If you're not in the morning, at 1:45. Back just after lunch. So join us then for Hungary versus Switzerland. If you've got the Euro fever now and can't sleep, we'll go out and check our back catalogue of videos, because the last 7 videos on the channel over the last week have all been Euros related. We did a preview for every single group. So if your Hungary Switzerland knowledge is lacking and you want to have that knowledge before you watch the game tomorrow, go and check out our Group A preview or any others, or our tournament predictions that went out yesterday. But yeah, look out for all of that. We are back tomorrow. We're back every day. We're always live. Just join us. But that is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.